Good evening. The program tonight is going to contain news which will be very disturbing to some people. The content concerns news of contact. First contact with unknown life forms or entities. If you are disturbed by this sort of material, please turn your radio off now or tune to a different station. If you are a parent, please exercise your parental responsibility. What follows is, to the best of our knowledge, real and not a drama.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Lifeforms. Dr. Chow, Dan, how are you gentlemen doing tonight in this lovely evening?
Doing well, bro. Big night tonight. We got the main entree of the night is going to be Big Dubs versus Final Boss. Figure out who, I guess I wouldn't even call it a third place consolation matchup so much. I would say it's more of a number one contenders match. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about. We got some other stuff to discuss, but Dan, what are you vibing on tonight?
Yeah, we're just leveling up in the dub tonight, I think, man. This is fucking great. Awesome to get the crew back together. The Mean Girls have reunited. And yeah, I like this pairing because, to be totally honest, I'm a little Buckman'd out. So it's nice to kind of deviate from the script a little bit and go to two of my favorite life forms.
Yes.
For different reasons. These guys are all-timer life forms. They're, people, because I see it in the chat. I hear it behind the scenes. People are like, what's a life form? I think I get it. I don't know. The Final Boss and Big Dub are the two quintessential life forms for different reasons, and we'll talk about them tonight. But they are two of my favorite life forms. They may not be the number one contender, this is a contender match. They might be contenders. They might not be the number one, the champ this year, but these guys are they hit all the marks on what makes a great life form. And I'm just really happy to fucking talk about them. Amongst other topics, there's a lot of other things we can talk about too.
Oh, well, a lot happened over the weekend.
It's been a fucking crazy thing, and Hackamania just happened, which is basically the life form convention. So many. Where else do you see more life forms congregating in real time together in the same place?
Right, sucking on each other.
Yeah, exactly. Feeding off each other in one of the shittiest casinos in Vegas with the bed bugs. So it's great, and I'm just fucking happy to be here. And all praise to Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you for being with me. More now than ever. I'm just happy with the way that I'm going with my life. So yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's roll. Let's fucking do it. God-fearing men, and I'm happy to be here.
Damn straight.
No doubt. And yeah, of course people are gonna want to talk Buckman. So we've been building for, it's the 1 year anniversary of Buckman being on Mere Musk tomorrow.
Yes.
So that was the day we minted Buckman as like a real thing, a real guy. And I posted a clip on X about it. At that time he had 117 subs, and he's like, yeah, I'm just doing it for fun. And
we were like,
I don't know where it's going to go. And Mir said, no, we've never seen a sensation like you. We later went on to say, when doubters called him out, Addicted to Profit said he's never going to be anything. We said, just wait. He'll be at 1,000. He'll be at 10,000. He'll be at 100,000.
He was at 1,000 earlier today. Not at 1,000 right now. He's at 997 right now.
No, I made sure to unscribe to that shit. You got to earn your shit, Buckman. No easy gets, buddy. All right.
But I still look at 1,000. And we're going to get to the 1,000, but for the last 8 or 9 months, we've been talking about how everything points to Hackamania for Buckman. And we bandied about the concept that he was doing it for his main dream was to get on stage. The big distinction, we were trying to figure out if he was going to be a guy who gets a free ticket, like half the guys there, or one of the schlubs who has to pay for a ticket, or one of the elite who gets paid from the schlubs who have to pay for the ticket. So
right,
we were trying to figure out where he would slot in that. I know it, and I think he paid for everything, but he got to go on stage. So that's kind of like a rough synopsis of him and the positioning of that.
Can I just clarify one thing that you just said, Chow? So yes, Buckman did get to go on stage. He was on the final night, the Sunday night, which is, for most of us that have ever gone to a conference and it's a weekend conference, Sunday's usually the flyaway day. So he got kind of like the late night on the day that some people are leaving that have jobs the next day. His wife included, by the way. So an interesting thing that we learned from Hackamania is Cookie had to get back on Monday for her job, and Buckman basically told her to go on her own because that's what. And he said his excuse was that's what adults do. That's what adult couples do. They fly separately and go back on their own time. So I personally, and I'm not going to speak for anyone else. I personally would never tell my wife to leave Vegas by herself while I stay another day to hang out with Husey and the knockoff Tukey puppet guy
and Jordan.
And Tommy Jordan and Vinny Paulino. It wouldn't be that important to me. My wife going back and be on the flight sitting next to her for that long flight back to Boston would surpass anything that I would get out of Hackamania. But that's just me. For Buckman, getting on that dais, being part of one of the creators that's on the stage, that supersedes his relationship with his wife. So
he's making the big time.
That's why he has 2 divorces. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah,
maybe
he's big time in her.
But he also did a podcast or a stream with her from the hotel, which was great. I don't think we're going to cover any go heavy Buckman tonight. And the 1,000 subscribers that Dan alluded to, that is something that we set forth like a year ago to achieve. And for us, it's a huge accomplishment. So we are going to do a toast to that. But as we're on Vegas right now, I want to pull up this because Buckman was all business when it came to
What
Vegas.
the fuck?
Lonely Buckman.
He's not even staring at the pool. The pool's that way, bud. It's to your left.
But he's on his phone, so he's wheeling and dealing. He's doing his shit, and
he's on Grinder.
By the way, do you see the sign next to him? Can you read what that sign says?
Oh, a smoking area. Okay, that's probably why.
Because he's got to get his fucking cigar smokes in.
That's right.
Away from the crowd.
Yeah,
This was probably after she left. And Buckman was in his full element once he was solo. Like, he was posing with all the chicks, and all the chicks dressed as dudes, or the dudes dressed as chicks, and all that stuff. So he did, assessing Buckman from like what we expected going into it to what came out, I think it met our expectations, but he was underwhelmed overall. I think he wanted more.
He did want more. You could tell he was hungry the whole fucking time, dude. That picture in front of the Hackamania, poster thing they had set out that, to make it look more professional, more, whatever have you. You could just tell in his eyes he wanted more, man. He wanted something else than just that. Just a picture and some photos. He needed more. And getting the Sunday gig was the most he was going to get. So he told Cookie, "Hey, bitch, you need to go. I'm doing it. I'm making it. And I got to do what I got to do." And he's willing to sacrifice his relationship with his wife for it. So I don't know. Like Dan said. Ooh.
Yeah, and Lady KB, I'm pulling up her tweet because she had the tweet that we're gonna do a cheers to here. She was the one who saw that Buckman did hit the 1K mark for subs.
Yeah.
Of course, Buckman's been talking about it for months. We've been talking about it for a year that Buckman's going to get 1,000. Like everything Buckman does, he took from us. So his goal of getting 1,000 was ours first. And now that he finally hit it, even though he dropped back down, we're here to celebrate and
in the past, 1,000 used to be a really big milestone because that was usually when you could get monetized.
Yeah.
Now YouTube has lowered the standard, so 500 subs can get monetized.
Yeah.
So it isn't even that big of a milestone anymore. It's just for his own fucking ego of getting 1,000 subscribers.
Well, for this show, you need like an insane amount of watch hours also and 1,000 subscribers. When we hit that mark, I was like, holy fuck, that's awesome. That's actually a big deal. But like you said, now it's 500. That's nothing, dude. And the watch hours dropped dramatically. That's nothing, man. It truly is.
Well, it doesn't. And I think actually once you get to 1,000, you can start doing ads, right?
Yes, correct.
So that's what he's going to start doing is just pump it up.
Oh my God.
So he's going to get that extra 30, 40 cents a month or whatever.
And you get like literally 34, like you said, 34 cents for 1,000 hours of viewing. It's nothing. Yeah. I've in fact, this is something, and I've said this to people that are in my audience. I actually turned off the monetization of the ads because people were just saying, "Oh, it's obnoxious," and I said, "You know what? I'm not getting enough. Like I could literally take the money out of my pocket right now, and like cut it in half, and that's how much I'm making off the app. So I just shut it off. So it's so overrated. Unless you are getting like 1 million hours of viewing, it's fucking nothing. Right. If anything, you just piss off your audience more by turning it on. So it's not that big of a fucking flex.
No, and I know Buckman's gonna do like the 1 minute, ads. You know what I'm saying? That you can't skip. I know he's gonna do the ads where you can't skip double ads, you can't skip all that shit. He's so fucking greedy, this guy, man. I know he will. You'll
see like the 20 little bullets on his video. Yep. Like every 5 minutes, there's another fucking ad coming up.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a day of celebration for us. So I'm gonna propose a toast. So this is to the 1,000 subscribers at Shmuel Talk. First, I want to say, Mir.
Yes.
Thank you for holding them accountable.
Yes.
Sharpening them with your honesty and critiques, building them into a better streamer.
You're welcome.
You did a lot to sustain them. A lot of criticism, but also a lot of financial. And he was able to use those $2 to go back to Cookie and say, "Hey, this is a real thing. I'm a real streamer. Dan's giving me 80% of my super chats, but hey,
I like to think I put him over, like in wrestling terms. Like I was the bad guy to his good guy. I put him over. Like I helped Buckman ascend out of just nothingness. People were like, "Oh, he's the baby face. I got to support Buckman." I feel like this is a win for me too. Like I helped get him over a little bit.
You did.
And financially.
So it was all of us. I know I get a lot of credit, and I want to give myself a lot of credit. So I'm cheersing to myself because I built this guy with my bare hands.
Blood, sweat, and tears, baby.
I formed him.
Chow created Buckman out of clay. Really, like you're
God, dude. You're God.
You molded Buckman into something that he is today. Without Chow, there is no Buckman. I'm convinced. But you did more for Buckman than anyone, probably more than his fucking own wife. No, Chow was the one that created Buckman.
And Stevie Lou acknowledged that too, dude. He said, Buckman, and he said to his fucking face, Buckman, without Chow, you'd be fucking nothing, dude. Chow made you, bitch. You owe him everything.
I motivated him. I promoted him. I was like that guardian angel, keeping him on track. Throughout this whole year, and it's that time where at this point, this is where you let them fly free. I got to take my hands away, and the creation.
If you love something, set it free, right? You set the bird free, and if it comes back, it was yours. If it wasn't meant to be. You got to let Buckman go.
So I want to say, well done, gentlemen, and cheers for the accomplishment. 1,000.
Cheers, mate. Shalom.
Great show, guys. All right. So no, I'm just kidding.
Next week.
I'm taking it all in. I'm taking it all in.
I know you gotta like live in the moment. It's like when you win a championship, you gotta like look at all the rafters, look at all the confetti, absorb it. Like this is what winning feels like. But then of course you got to think about, okay, now it's like next season. Like, how do we repeat? How do we get to the next level?
Baby. It's time to repeat.
How do we repeat life forms now that we fucking accomplished something?
It's beautiful. He's our baby. Literally, he was our baby. J-Mo was our baby. He was our baby. All these fucking losers were our babies, honestly. We created these people from nothing. Final Boss was nothing before he met us. Before he met us, he was his karmic's bootlicker. That was it. Now look at him. He's a clipper now. It's hilarious.
So are we actually pulling the veil back and revealing that we are pump and dumping people, that we are creating people out of clay and building these people up?
I don't think we're just I think that's too juvenile, just pumping and dumping. I think we're beyond that. I think like we all agree, I think we're gatekeepers, and we will create you, and it's up to you, like not us, but those fools to decide if they will be pumped and dumped. If they have more to give, then they will continue on as a life form. But if they want to get pumped and dumped, that is on them to decide, and for them to, finally realize who they are as an individual. If they want to get pumped and dumped, then they're fucking trash to us. But if they want,
I got somebody I want to dump right now. How about Tommy Jordan? Can we fucking pump and dump his ass?
I agree with. I think Tommy Jordan truly is just a naive, degenerate, faggot, loser. Just an imbecile. He's an imbecile. Honestly, he adds nothing. He brings nothing. I'm
out of the Tommy Jordan business.
I'm out too.
Done. I unfollowed him today. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I can't sign off on it.
No, like when I saw him ask other people to name his show for him, I was like, yeah, I'm done. He's cooked. I'm done. It's over. It's overcooked at this point. What about you, Chad? What do you think on Tommy?
Tommy. I kind of still have an eye on what he's doing. Initially, when we were getting into this Hormone versus Final Boss, I saw Hormone with him the other day, and it was brilliant. But we'll get into Hormone because I think Hormone's next level now. But Tommy has me blocked everywhere, so I can't see any of his shit ever. But he's always popping up on streams and clowning and doing shit. So, nothing's out of the ordinary or unexpected from him, what he's doing.
No, of course. You can read it like a book.
That shit. And luckily, since I don't see it, I don't get that same fatigue you guys get. So.
No, I'm getting it every day because I just know how he's going to respond to comments, what he's going to ask. I'm like, dude, this guy is literally like a written book over and over and over again. And someone said, Mur, IQ score, please. Yeah, his IQ is a solid 60. He's a fucking moron. He's a degenerate, fat moron.
All he knows how to do is ball wash. His ball washing is There's ball washing, and then there's Tommy Jordan ball washing. It's fucking off the charts. The Hackamania thing for me was what killed me on Tommy Jordan. Every time you checked in with him, it was unbearable, the amount of just washing of nuts that was going on. I can't do it. And for that reason, I'm out. I'm out on Tommy Jordan. He could win me back, maybe, but Chow, you're a benevolent life form leader. I can't sign off on Tommy Jordan any longer. For that reason, I'm taking a siesta hiatus from the Tommy Jordan experience.
Fair enough.
I still give him a lot of credit. I give all the guys who went out to Vegas, including MVPs, Penny and the Big Dork. They did a hotel.
Penny leveled up.
Yeah, Penny was great.
Big ball washer. Not just her husbands too.
And she tried to fight that Ethan Ralph guy. That's brilliant. She was mogging she's big too. Did you see that?
She's big.
She's a house.
She's a big German girl. She's a big German girl.
I mean, she's
30 frame.
I think
fucking Christ. I bet she's a good fuck then, huh?
Well, I think Bachmann was all shook because I was trying to read the body language on why Bachmann is so and Cookie made a comment wow, that was an experience talking to Penny for an hour and a half. It was something crazy happened just from them talking. But I think she might mog out on Bachmann frame wise. She might be a little bit taller and bigger.
Don't worry, he'll manipulate her to stay below him though. You know how he goes.
That's the word, J-Mo never lies. And when J-Mo said that shit, you knew it was true. That's why it was funny. Everyone saw the comedy because it was brilliant.
Right.
But yeah, I think after all the Hackamania shit, and we're letting Buckman fly free, taking the collar off, letting him go. It'll be interesting to see where he goes because his cope after Hackamania, I think he's just pissed, bro. I think he's been mad at that granny guy,
oh, that freak.
Yeah, he's been very angry ever since Hackamania. I think.
Chow, you saw the post Hackamania stream that he did, right, with Panhandler?
That was great. That was brilliant. Yeah.
He framed it. So this is the thing I love about Buckman is you never know what you're going to get with Buckman. It's a smorgasbord of what you're going to get with him. He wanted to be the first one to do the post Hackamania rundown stream. So he gets back and it's a Tuesday night. I forget what night, whatever night it was. And he's like, I'm going to give the rundown. I'm going to give you the inside scoop on Hackamania. The stories you didn't hear. You're going to hear them first from me. He goes live. He sends out the link to the 10 people that he always sends it out to. None of them want to go on stream with him except for fucking Panhandler, who didn't go to Hackamania, if I'm not mistaken. And he proceeds to spend the next 2.5 hours fixated on Granny. Not talking about anything else related to Hackamania, only talking about Granny. Yeah. Now, Granny was the big story of Hackamania for various reasons, but it turned into a Buckman AA, I'm better than you. What are we doing here? It turned into this. What are we doing? Why are we signing off on this? And, I know Chow and I talked. It's who is this we you're talking about? I'm not supporting this I didn't go to Hackamania. I'm not supporting this fucking loser who lives in a shed and fucks trannies and doesn't support his children. Doesn't shower and shits in a cooler and has no money and has no job. I'm not signing off on this. And if he dies, I don't give a fuck. He's not my friend. I don't pretend that these people are my friends. This is the problem that I have with a lot of the Hackamania people. There's a certain segment, and this is the problem with the Dabbleverse. These people think that they're all friends. That this is a collectivist thing, that we're all in it together. And I'm here to tell you, nothing could be further from the truth. None of you, even you guys,
I thought we were friends, bro.
I like you guys. I
thought you and I were best friends for real.
Okay, you guys, you two of anybody, I would be the first people that I would fly out, hang out with, and fucking go to a ball game or do anything with. If you needed me, I would be there for you. But I don't expect you to say you're my best friend. We're acquaintances, we're online.
Yeah. Permanently online.
We're as close to being friends as you can be with people online. These motherfuckers think because, oh, I see somebody every 6 months at one of these fucking pedo events where we're giving drugs to each other and giving thumb drives, that these are my best friends. And they're not. These are not your friends. Like Buckman, the pineapple guy from the UK is not your friend. You may think he's your friend. He's not really your friend.
Till you wake up next to him in bed with his dick in you. Then you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Until
dude,
you wake
I
up
think
and
they
you're
would do
double
something.
teaming Latanya Vegas and her cocks in your face. Like, so these people they just have no concept of who the people are that they're dealing with. And it's funny to see them think that like this is like so important. This is like the most important thing in their lives. And to me, it just looks like a fucking convention of fat fucking losers that put all of their fucking free time into hanging out in Discord channels and YouTube streams and fucking sucking each other's cocks. Like that's what this is about. And Bachmann is all in on this. And you're a 64-year-old man. You should have other things that are important in your life. Like, I don't know, flying home with your fucking wife, for instance. But that's just me.
On that note, last night, when he was when he was doing that panhandler stream, he started talking about responsibility, and it got me thinking, like, what's he mean by, like, are we responsible for this? Are we to blame for this behavior? And of course he uses the royal we because he doesn't want to take responsibility, because I don't get what he means. Like, are you legally responsible for anything that happens bad to Granny or to anyone that he interacts with? Are you financially responsible for something to him? Are you morally responsible? Which was his point. He was trying to make to Panhandler, like, well, society, as we as a society responsible to him, but couching it more into like his whole reason of doing this is to, morally grandstand, for clout and all that type of shit,
Yeah.
to simp to Lemmy and all that shit. But then also chastise anyone who interacts with them. So it's like an us versus them, a we type thing. That's why he's doing that. So
he brought up Ski Mask. Like, what are you talking about with fucking Ski Mask? Like
really?
He wasn't even...
Yeah, he said Quad Father did something to Ski Mask. They didn't.
That's
had
fucked
him on
up.
and he was.
I had Ski Mask on my show like a month before he died. I didn't even fucking know this guy from anyone. And we were cool, and we were hanging, like we were shooting the shit, and we had fun. And like, I wasn't supporting his drug habits. I was trying to be a positive influence. And so, like, am I supposed to feel guilty for somebody I don't even know? And I was actually probably nicer than the average person, but I'm the bad guy. But I don't do anything nice, but I'm nice to this guy. So fucking Buckman can go fuck himself with this fucking holier than thou fucking bullshit. So what exactly, Buckman, are you doing to fucking better these people? Like, other than proselytizing how you're so much fucking smarter and more erudite than everyone. I'm so fucking, I didn't want to get into Buckman tonight, but this is the kind of shit that fucking drives me up a wall. Actions, how you act with people and treat people is better off. Like, if you treat people with respect, whether it be service people, whether it be somebody that's got a drug habit, if you just treat them with respect, you're doing better than most of the people that those people are going to come across. I don't owe anyone anything more than that. So like, I'm not going to feel guilty if Granny fucking blows his brains out, YouTube terms of service. I've been nice to him. I've helped him. But at the end of the day, you got to fucking help yourself. Like, it's not my responsibility to save every fucking lost soul in the world. Every fucking degenerate, just because they happen to do a YouTube stream where they talk about fucking Melton. Okay. So Buckman his mind is fucking worms, the way he thinks about things. It's fucking retarded. YouTube terms of service again. I don't get what's going on in this guy's fucking brain. At some points, I think he's like pulling a work on everyone because of how fucking insane he is. But then other parts of me are just like, no, this guy is just really fucking lonely. And this is the only thing that he has going on in his life, because clearly his marriage is crumbling because he doesn't fly home with his wife. And he's all in. He's got to make this thing work because this is all he's got.
He's got to prove
And it's
it.
a fucking sad place to be if you're an old elderly gentleman like Shmuel Buckman.
Yeah, so the us versus them and the getting on teams. Like I remember when we were like pumping up Z-Man back like 3 years ago when he broke up with Brennan and shit. That shit's fun and all, but then what we did at Lifeforms is we learned, and one of the things I hear everyone talking about now is the dopamine. We covered all that, not to sidetrack. We covered all that on Decoding the Super Chatter Matrix about 5-6 months ago, and how it all works as a chatter, and then you become a streamer and all this shit, and the dopamine, how it works. But going back to like fuck, I just got sidetracked with that shit. What was I saying on that shit? Where was I going
Talk
with
about
that, man?
dopamine.
I don't know. Anyway, Buckman's a fucking Buckman's life is crumbling before our eyes for his own, I would say, selfish reasoning for chasing a dream that he probably should have chased when he was in his 20s or 30s, but you know, he's doing it in his 60s with a woman who is paying his bills, and he's leaving her to do this shit. And I think it's despicable. I think it's sad, and I hope that him and her have a long talk when he gets home with her, and she lays down the law with him, because God knows she wears the pants in that relationship. I'm gonna be honest. I know she does. Because Buckman, you got it?
Yeah. So this is what it was. And it just left my brain like something was telling me not to say it, because I was going to drop a little like secret to what one commonality that a lot of life forms have.
What's that?
And it's like this emotional parasocialism, like that you tie to things that are going on in this with the team sides and all that type of shit. And part of what we did with decoding the Super Chatter Matrix and pivoting to, life forms and doing this, we try to be objective, like this is the gatekeeper mindset. It's like we're a third party looking at all this shit. Like sometimes people are like, well, you hate Buckman. Like Dan has beef with Buckman, personal beef.
I don't hate him.
I don't hate Buckman. I mean, I'm actually a pretty big fan of like what he's been doing. I basically designed all of his shit for him. I did everything for him, but like this parasocial, like where you get emotionally invested into external things, like an interaction Granny had with Dave Sarah, or an interaction Granny had with the
tranny.
Yeah, but Buckman was getting like very like personally into it, and Buckman always pulls back anecdotes of like, oh, well, like I had a family member who did this or that, and it reminds me of that with the drinking and the lying and the this and the that and the narcissism. So he references all this other stuff to why he has like this emotional triggers with all this stuff. But that's something that like we can kind of find out like a commonality amongst a lot of the life forms, especially like, you got Final Boss, who he can get real emotional real fast. Big Hormone is known for it. The Big Amoeba is he made his name by being like super emotional and shit. So it's a common thing that we see, and it makes for the best guys to watch. And I think that's probably a good jumping off point for us to get into like the matchup. What do you guys think?
I think it's great, and and there's a reason why these men are emotional, and everyone in the chat needs to understand this. These men don't have good father figures or any type of father figure in their life.
And, oh my God, you stole me here. I was just about to say that. Like it's clear the
There's
father
no
figure situation is
my
is
dad
huge.
would beat my ass if I acted like the bitch that they are acting like in any capacity. Like he taught me to be a man, and you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, who gives a fuck about what's going on around you to the extent where it's not affecting you personally and or what people say about you? Truly. But these faggots can't help themselves. They're so fucking hungry and they're so gay that they just need to eat this shit up. It's disturbing to me watching these fucking losers lose their fucking mind over this shit. I personally can't fathom it because I don't surround myself with people who act like that. I just don't do it. If you're passive aggressive, you act like a faggot like that, you're done. I'm never going to talk to you again personally in my life. But these people surround themselves with these people. I don't know why they do, because it's counterproductive to them escaping that social aspect of their life, but they continuously surround themselves with fucked up individuals who are passive aggressive, who can no longer, I would say, act accordingly in society of being a man. And that's disturbing to see, and it's sad, and it'll never stop. It's a deadly endless cycle of depravity and of degeneracy, and I hate to see it. I hate to see it, because these people, like, I want them, even though we criticize and they're life forms, they're low IQ people. I get that, but it's okay. Sometimes when you're low IQ, you can still have a good, moral compass to some extent, no matter what. These people don't. And I just wish one day one of them would surprise us and become a moral person. But so far, I've not seen anything. So far, I've just seen depravity. I've just seen degeneracy. I've just seen loser mentality throughout all of them. And it's horrible to see. Sorry, Dan. I know.
No, Little Mirror, this is why you are the chief scientist of life form studies, because you hit on the common thread that unites all life forms. It's the lack of a strong father figure.
Yeah,
we see it with Final Boss clearly. I mean, he's the prime example. You can tell he never had a real father figure in his life. Anyone that has a father figure does not end up staying up all night playing Sonic the Hedgehog racing games and doing the things that he does. So that's right there. Bachmann has he's told on himself. He said his father was an alcoholic, and he puts his father on other people, like Stuttering John. So anyone that Buckman looks down upon, he sees his father there. That's how Buckman visualized the world. We had Ashley. She had her issues with her dad and that sort of thing.
Fucked up bitch.
Big Dub, I think, is actually more of his ex-wife. I think it's the Dear John situation that we talked about. He got the Dear John letter.
Faggot.
And now he's a lowly, divorcee, and he's got to go to meetings with other divorcees and get his life back on order. To get the Dear John letter. So he's
Holy shit.
That whole situation. And you just go down the line, and there's just all of these people are just lacking in strong father figures, and that's what makes them life forms. And but these two guys that we're talking about tonight are the life formiest life forms that we can talk about, and I'm excited to dig in on them.
Oh, let's go, baby. Let's go.
There's a lot of aspects, that make someone a life form.
I'm ready.
Final Boss is OG of OGs.
We tried saving them too. We tried. No, this is actually very rare. We've never truly tried to save a life form from being a life form. But Final Boss, I think we tried our hardest, Chow. Don't you think with Dan?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
He turned his back on us. I
don't know what about that guy, but we tried our hardest, because he's probably younger, my age. We tried saving him, dude. We tried. I mean, we tried.
Now he goes in chats under alternate identifications.
Yeah, it's cooked.
Oh, Double Destroyer or Drunken Donuts, talking shit about me. He can't even do it under his regular identifier, because it hurts him so much to admit that what he's doing to me, he's turning his back on someone who offered his hand to be a father figure to him. So now I don't feel bad about fucking ripping this fat fuck to shreds, because you don't come at the king like you've been coming at me with your passive aggressive bullshit after I offered to tutor you, to make you a man, to level you up, and you're gonna come at me with this fucking gay ass shit. No, that ain't gonna happen.
No.
So you fucking blew it, Final Boss. And
Big time.
now you're my mortal enemy. Now you're always going to be on the list. Now you're on the life form list for life, and you're not going to get off it until you fucking bend the knee to me, and you won't bend the knee. So I'm just going to keep coming at you and fucking cutting you off at the knees as we go forward. But that's the life you chose. And
he's a runt. He's a runt.
This is what happens. You don't have a father figure. You don't know any better. You think you got it all figured out. We've all been there. We were all young bucks one day, and we thought we knew it all. We were 17, 18, 22.
But you know
we
what?
thought we had the whole fucking world figured out. You don't fucking know shit, buddy. You don't know shit about shit, and you're about to fucking learn the hard way.
Yeah.
What it feels like to get your shit pushed in, because that's where we're going with this Final Boss. And remember my name.
And I'm kind of I'm, as always, I'm taking a little more nuanced position on it, but I'm also in a little different situation because, I've been following Final Boss since he came on, and like how he got my attention was, he was trying to he wanted to be like me. Like that was his main, that was his
yeah,
dream.
he did. I remember.
And it still is to a way. But the dynamic's weird. So he mimics everything I do, everything I say. Like every time he goes on a show, he tries to do like an impersonation of me, changes his little photos to me, and so he's all about it. But the only reason I kind of had to go turn on him hard early and start trolling him with that was it was just too annoying. Like I could tell he was gonna be like he was to Karmic and like he was to Buckman, how he just leached on. I could tell he was doing that, so I preemptively, had to create that boundary by big broing him, putting him in his place. And now I see he's doing that to other people. He's doing it to the Orange Puppet. He's trying to walk in my shoes.
He monkey branches. He gets ostracized, and then he disappears, and then he pops back up somewhere and monkey branches his way around things. He got run off that fucking clown town. They fucking destroyed him. He was crying about being embarrassed, and then he disappears for 3 weeks, and then he pops back up like nothing happened. It's like, we remember, Final Boss. We didn't forget. You're a fucking clown. You're a fat fucking loser who got cucked by your girlfriend at a fucking wedding ceremony. You fat fucking bitch.
Rip.
And we're never gonna forget that. That's gonna be on your epitaph, my friend. So own it. Own being a bitch, and try to fucking make something out of your life instead of trying to pretend like it didn't happen and like we're gonna forget. We don't forget. We got receipts, brother.
I got a fucking song
receipts
about it, bitch. We ain't forgetting.
And that matchup, this matchup with Final Boss and Big Dubs ties back to that first episode of Lifeforms on Final Boss on Clowntown, and the key part of that was the meltdown where he had to go to the mental hospital and all that shit. But
I know, I forgot he would. Dude, he was that fucked up. Oh my god, go ahead.
But if you remember, people always look at this we've talked about Final Boss being Big Dub's sidekick or his son, or he is kind of like a subservient. He Final Boss ball washes Big Dub all the time. But when I was driving today, I had a revelation, because I always kind of put Big Dub above Final Boss, and Final Boss is subservient. I actually remembered in that episode, Final Boss, remember when he said he was gonna, if he found out anyone was trolling him, he was gonna, he said, if I find out Big Dub is trolling me, I'm gonna end it, myself. He said about himself. So
unalive myself.
Yeah, exactly. So
oh my god,
when he said that,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Big Dub was very taken back by don't say that, don't do that, and everyone was kind of climbing on him and everything. I was like, wow, he's really that's really sad and desperate and pathetic that he was doing that, those cries for help on the stream. But then now that I think about it, he's kind of been using that as leverage or blackmail over Big Dub. So if you ever turn on me, Big Dub, you know what? I told you what's going to happen. So I actually kind of think Big Dub is getting played by Final Boss.
How long ago was this that he said this?
It was the episode where he had the crash out about the
really
thing. Yeah,
the Karmic
I missed
shit?
that part of it.
Was
that Karmic crash out? Oh no, that's
the
Clown Town. I got you. Yeah.
With
that was way back.
We first discovered Ava Raisa on that shit. Remember?
Yeah, we hated her. Yeah, he was tweaking on her to act all conservative and shit. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So it was that episode, and then he deleted all of his accounts. He posted that tweet about being an FAG and all that type of shit. So yeah, I always it flipped things on me, because I started thinking about it. I was like,
that's fucking wild that he said that, man. That's you kind of blew my mind right now.
Dude, he went to a mental hospital. This guy's fucking loose, dude. There's screws loose in his fucking head, bro. He's nuts.
Well, I always
Nuts.
thought like, why would Final Boss be so subservient to Big Dub? Because like, I compared their IQs in the files, and like, Big Dub is way below Final Boss. Neither are great, but it's like kind of like, man, like how's his leadership working? There's no real opportunities Big Dub's giving them. There's no clout to be gathered from Big Dub right now. Like where's
Right.
this loyalty lasting so long with him versus everyone else? He uses them, he sucks them for all their clout and moves on. But yeah, then it got me thinking they're actually more on that same level than we probably ever thought. So
Yeah.
it's a good matchup.
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant because they're both emotionally weak men in their own way, I would say. Because Big Dub is a little bit older, a little bit more seasoned, but he's still emotionally, in distress. And Final Blob has had, a rough go of things as a young man, and that's why he's an incel at this point. So I think, they're from two different worlds, but I think when you compare their emotions together, their emotional failures as men, it's pretty cut even, I would say. And this is going to be a really fun debate and talking point with you guys because this is going to be nuts because it's going to be very hard to decide who's a third place consolation prize winner to this life forms bracket that we have, parlayed up.
The interesting thing about these two guys is they do have the commonality of being emasculated by women. Final Boss being left by his girlfriend that he was in love with. He wanted to, I don't know if he wanted to propose or he thought that it was like going to be serious.
He proposed. Yeah. He proposed at a wedding.
She ostracized him. Big Dub left. His wife left him with, I think, child or maybe more than one child, and gave him the Dear John letter and said, "I no longer in love with you. And
I need a bigger dick."
You. So he's still like trying to get his like legs under him of like finding like, okay, what's the next step in my life now that I'm a divorced dad and I only get to see my daughter, once a month. Cooked. And I'm gonna stream from my, like, he doesn't even have the funny thing with Big Dub too is he's all in on the clown town and he's promoting it, but he just keeps, I don't know if you ever noticed, he's always streaming like in his little kitchenette, like on the kitchen island. Like in this time, like he lives in, I don't know if it's a studio apartment or like a 1-bedroom apartment, but you can see like the front door, like right behind him. Like you can tell he's in like this little congested area and he's got his little laptop on top of the kitchen island and he's, huddled in there. And this is like what he looks forward to every week is doing the clown town and doing the other stuff that he's doing. And, and he's trying to figure out like, okay, where do I go from here? I'm a 48-year-old man who is unattractive to women and I got to have a new hobby and it's moving on. It's trying to find the next chapter in your life when you've kind of missed the boat and you kind of missed out on what you thought was going to be the future for you. So it's a very interesting matchup of two men that have just had their nuts chopped off by life and where do they go from here? And that's where they become life forms.
I think sorry, Chow. And I also think that they're also a little bit overweight. I think that also plays a factor though in their mindset and how they hate themselves. Like you also have to remember, it's not just about their circumstances in life. I think there's also some hatred towards themselves. There's a reason why they're overweight, why they're not healthy. I mean, if you look at Big W, / Big Homo and Big Blob or, Final Blob, whatever the fuck you want to call these faggots at this point, they're both unhealthy, fucked up individuals, and they have no respect for their own bodies, which is a temple, So I think there's a play in that too. I think there's a play in hatred for themselves. That's just me though.
Yeah, they're lost in that shit. And speaking of which, this is a tweet from April 13th, a few days ago, and Final Boss is trying to say he's actually got higher BMI or something, or lower BMI than like all the other Dabblerverse people. So he's comparing himself.
Of course he is.
This is the Tukey guy. No, that's not Tukey. I don't know. He's another Dabblerverse guy. God, what's his name? I don't know. He streams with I know who he is. You stream with Granny. I've seen you.
Could you bet?
Anyway, on that note though, like we're looking at two guys going in kind of different directions. Like personally, I can, like, wave or momentum wise, I see Dubs ascending and I see Final Boss regressing a little bit.
Really? Why do you see that?
I just think their output is like, Final Boss hasn't really been doing much. Like, he'll go on Big Dub's show from time to time.
Okay.
He'll have a tweet like this that's funny. Final Boss is the problem with Final Boss is he's being a life form 24/7, but it's like in the privacy of his own home. Like, it's in his bedroom where he doesn't leave his room ever unless he just has to, go to the door to get his tray of food. But it's I feel like Big Dub, we criticized this setup 2 weeks ago or a couple weeks ago, and he ended up buying a microphone. So that's the big news with him. We're gonna watch a little clip of that and learn about that. So he's investing, and it's crazy because after last week when my mic wasn't working, I was like thinking, if my mic is shot, I'm gonna start doing Big Dub style, where it's like you lean over the laptop and you just have because I think people are getting overproduced a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's like that vintage like punk rock style would be just like hovering over the webcam and having no mic or the iPad or whatever he's doing. So I actually kind of turned on it, and I kind of like his setup a little more. It's not green screen, so I think Big Dub, if anything, is like more captivating as a streamer right now than he's ever been. What do you think, Dan?
Big Dub is interesting. So here's the thing. The check mark I will give Big Dub over Final Boss. Big Dub does put himself out there. Big Dub goes on shows. Big Dub runs Clown Town, even though he's tired verse, as we all know, and he's that one episode where Mersh was on it. I see Ice Dancer in the chat. Mersh was on there, and Mersh is just like, "What are we doing here, fellas? Like, he got like a panel here, and everybody's falling asleep.
Show?
Keep it moving. Can we keep some energy going?
Next topic.
So low energy. So he's tired verse. He's low energy. He's estrogen levels, cortisol through the roof. But Big Dub does put himself out there. He goes on shows. He runs his show. He does things. And he's not scared. He's not hiding. Final Boss, here's the problem with Final Boss. He's a hider. He likes to play hide and seek.
Mm-hmm.
He likes to hide behind alt accounts. He likes to only stream himself when it's 4:30 or 3:30 in the morning and everyone in the fucking free world is asleep, except for Australian people. And he's playing his, he's screaming and yelling, and he's playing Sonic, and he's drinking Baja Blast Mountain Dew, or eating gorditas from Taco Bell or whatever the fuck he's doing. Like I said, I've woken up to take a piss, and the only person that's streaming is Final Boss, streaming to 3 people. Gina Bobina, Ice Dancer, and one other person in the chat or whatever.
I think Mint Diggity usually was
Mint Diggity. I mean, it's like right before Johnny Carson's about to like cut the fish up. Like that's when the night shift for Final Boss. He won't do a show at a regular time. He won't go on panels. He won't take invites. In chat, he will hide behind fake IDs, Drunken Donuts, Double Destroyer. So he's very it's a passive aggressive mentality that he has.
Yep.
He acts like a fucking toughie. And he'll say these awful shit about your fucking family, your wife, you. He'll harass you in the chat. But at the end of the day, he's a dickless little pussy fat boy who doesn't have the fucking balls to get in the ring like the rest of us. We put ourselves out there.
I said I'd box him. Chow, you remember that, right?
Yeah, of course.
I'd fucking fight this guy. I'd box his ass. Sorry, Dan.
Peanut butter nailed it. He hides and pops up in the middle of the night like a little fucking muskrat. He's a pussy boy, and I hate that term, but he is the quintessential little pussy that has no balls. He probably hasn't seen his penis in 10 years with his big old belly.
Oh.
So final boss, I'll throw the gauntlet out to you. Come out of your hiding, come out of your little hole that you hide in, and come out of your little fake IDs. Put yourself out there. Come on a stream. You can come on tonight if you want, or anytime. You name the time and the place. So this is the thing about me. This is what separates me from a lot of these fucking pussies. You tell me where to be and when to be there. I'm not afraid of anyone. I've never fucking skirted any fucking challenge. Go down the line. There's not one fucking person where I fucking backed out or I got scared or I was afraid to talk to someone who disagreed with me. That ain't me, bitch. That ain't me. I'd never been that guy. I'm not afraid of fucking any of you. Final boss, you're scared of all of us because you got no fucking spine. You're a gelatinous fucking blob of a human. You're an invertebrate. You're a fucking slug of a man. You're not even a man. You're a boy. You're a slug of a boy. So come out of your little fucking underground fucking lair, your little hole. Come out, be a man. Come on a show. Say the shit that you say in the chat to somebody's face, and let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. But until you do that, you're always gonna be not only a life form, but you're like a fucking. You're like in the ooze of fucking protozoa fucking shit in the fucking earth. You're a fucking worm of a man. And you'll never level up as long as you fucking hide in your little fucking hole like you do, you fat fuck. So that's what I'm saying.
And Chow, before you pull that up, bro, I just want to say something real quick. I accidentally said, Murr, why are you vaping through your shirt like it's high school? Hey, bitch, you pot-bellied whore. You're dating Mersh, okay? That's enough said. So you're a dumb bitch. Enough said. Anyway, go ahead, Chow. Sorry, Chow. Go ahead.
The final boss is, he's just a paramecium. He's so low level in this game, but the tired verse is like, it's popping off. And final boss, I guess he's still tired verse, even though he doesn't really stream, but he stays up at night and watches all the tired verse shit, and Ball watches all the tired verse like main guys. But I think that is actually getting bigger. As like a realm with like Tommy Jordan, NJ Pander. I think the Buckman bunch guys are kind of slowly moving up to Buckman's level, if not like equal to passing him.
Yeah.
And that's all tired verse. And Big Dub being like one of the main tired verse guys, like I tracked it with like biomarkers and everything. And your body puts on such a relaxing hormone when you listen to Big Dub be tired. Like if you have trouble like insomnia or anything at night, you just put on some big horn and it'll work, bro. So I think with the rise of this type of content, like the tired verse and Tommy Jordan getting bigger, NJ, the nasty one, RIP his computer. If he can get if the good people of the Dabbler verse can afford to buy Nasty Neal a computer, well,
oh, dude. Oh no. I
might do a show about that and just go off on that bit.
I just like caught that last second. Hang on, Chow. If anyone donates to this fucking loser, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. I'm a pretty stable man, but when I see that, I get unstable. Okay, like I start to lose my fucking mind when I see people eBay online like this, bro. Like I told these guys privately, if you're getting an ass beat and you got beaten on the street.
Can you put up that tweet, by the way, Chow?
Yeah, pull that up, dude. It's nuts. If you get your ass beat on the street and you need, some finances, I understand people like donating, but if your computer shit itself and you're begging people for money, you're a fucking degenerate, disgusting loser. Get a job, faggot. Go strip, go do whatever you need to go suck some cock on the side of the corner, okay? You fucking whore of a fucking man. I'm not kidding you. When men do this shit, it pisses me off because it tells me that they're fucking loser, don't want to work, don't want to earn anything for anybody or anything in life. They want shit handed to them because that's what they're used to.
Nasty Neal was in his 40s, right? If I'm not mistaken.
40s and he's doing this, dude.
Let me speak on Nasty a little bit because I hyped up Nasty hard early on, and I was a big Nasty Neal guy like last December,
We all were. We all bought into the hype. Unfortunately,
I never did because I
He
don't
would-
know.
I got him on Ray a bunch as a guest, and he'd give me shout outs, and it's just dumb little shit. Because
Ava says he's
Nasty-
in his 50s.
he was one of the leaders of the like link begging guys back in the day, early on. Like he would just pop in chat and be like, "Hey, send me the link if you want." And so he's a pioneer kind of in tired verse stuff, but he comes and goes. He's kind of final boss esque. Like he's reliant on someone taking a shine to him. And Rob was one of those guys who did it for a while, and then they had a falling out. And Stuttering John was a guy. Now his new guy is Tojo, Tommy Jordan. Their show's horrible. Like they don't talk about anything. It's borderline unwatchable. So it's like,
can you? By the way, Chow, can you talk a little bit about? So have you seen the sober talk lately? Like, what are your thoughts on the sobriety being like your whole character that you're seeing with some of these guys? Maybe I'll put it this way. Am I totally off in my reading of that these sobriety guys are basically, you're going against everything that AA stands for? And I know they're not even AA because I guess he's outpatient or whatever, but they're going they're trying to monetize and make that their personality to like basically get donations. And I don't know if they're trying to guilt people into it. I don't know if the other thing too, and I don't want to have people go over there, but it's not for another hour and a half. Rob Saul is doing another show tonight. He's calling himself the Belle of the Ball, and he has a little dress on, which is a term that I used for him. In his thumbnail, it has him wearing a princess dress, because I said he's the Belle of the Ball with his sobriety. So he's using what I called him now to like riff off of that. And he's been sober for I think 83 days or 82 days plus or minus. And now he's like Mr. Sobriety, and every show 90% of it is sobriety talk. And it's
he's
fucking
tweaking.
getting crazy. Like he's like having a manic fucking sobriety episode. Like, Chow, could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Well, he said he's still in the first 90 days, and what your body has is a hedonic set point for substances, and this is kind of when you build up a tolerance or a different you use something and then you get off of it. A lot of times it takes a while for the nerves and the emotions to settle like at a point. And there is like manic like highs and lows that come from that. So now, speaking on the recovery or the 12-step stuff, because 12-step is, if people know, if you studied any 12-step or anything, it's just a philosophy of guidelines of a way of thinking, and then rituals that you can perform to,
And Chow, you talked about the 12 traditions, right? Which is a better barometer, right?
More,
of like
the 12 traditions is more like rules, I guess, but it's not really rules. It's more of like a philosophy of how to live your life, or a philosophy of how to act or whatever. But the 12 steps are like steps you take of action. So like the first one, you have to, believe, recognize a power greater. And then eventually there's ones where it's like you have to reach out to people, and that's like down 7, 8, 9.
Step 9 or whatever.
Make amends and stuff. And then 12, you fulfill it to, you spread the word. So it's kind of like a ever looping circle of.
And he's kind of flipped it though. He's kind of like starting with step 12. Like he's proselytizing before having done like the work, really. Am I accurate on that, or am I like totally off?
Which is fine. I mean, there's really no rules of like what you can and can't do. That's the thing. So like a lot of people don't understand it. Chris Mack says 90 days is the pink cloud, which that's what we're talking about right now with the manic behavior.
Yeah.
And then there's just something you see like he's got to be careful about, because when you start getting overconfident or it just finds a way to humble you. And I'm glad he's abstaining and staying sober and so happy and looking great. But when you start putting the this is going to happen. You're going to see value in your improvements early on, like losing weight, looking good. You're going to want to find a girlfriend. You're going to want to do this, that, you know, you have all this extra capacity because for one, you're not like drinking and hungover and tired all the time. You've got all this extra energy, but it's also like this, it's ups and downs. It can go back down too. So you don't want to put too much. That stuff fades, like where you're like, man, yeah, like I lost all that fat now. It's like, okay, but like in a year, that's not going to keep you going, you know? So you got to be careful
because he's
with that.
getting all this positive reinforcement, and that's great. Like,
Is it positive, or are they just trying to continue the fucking tweak out? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
Well, here's the thing: is it's not politically correct to like when somebody this is the thing that I was kind of playing off of. I'm gonna like kind of give up my little trick that I'm doing right here a little bit. I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit. There is an aspect of people. There's certain topics where everyone fucking goes along. Like there's an accepted thing, and you can't, if you say the opposite or you go against the grain, everybody looks at you like you're insane. You question somebody who just got sober and how they're doing it, and you look like a fucking asshole.
Fuck
but
'em.
I'm here to say, Rob Saul, when he first came back, I was so happy for him, and I still am happy.
Same,
I hope
yeah.
he stays sober. I really do. But at a certain point, everybody throwing fucking, all this love your way, and he's like getting love bombed by his sobriety, and he lost weight. He looks good. By the way, he hasn't really done any weight training. Like he's lost a lot of weight, but he's like skinny. Not it's
He looks
Auschwitz,
gross. He looks gay.
workout.
He looks gay. He looks gay. Honestly, he looks gay now.
He's got like no muscle definition. So yeah, you lost a lot of weight, but you don't really look like, your body doesn't really look that good. So I'm actually probably doing him a favor of waking him the fuck up and just saying like, okay, great. Be happy that you did that, but now it's time to fucking go to the next level and not be so absorbed every day, because he's doing it every day. It's almost like, Chow, we've talked about this transference, and I know it's not maybe exactly transference, but he's sort of transferring. Okay, I used to be a fucking drunk and a drug user. Now I'm addicted to going live every day and getting people to kiss my ass.
He's still a drug user.
And he hasn't really, and he's also angry. This is the other thing it's a giveaway. The anger hasn't gone away.
No.
So whether you call
The
that
anger is
dry
the
drunk,
real
whatever you
dopamine.
call it, like he's still fucking super angry.
This is his drug.
The anger is the real dopamine. The positive praise and reinforcement, that's fleeting, but the red shift, blue shift on the negative stuff is like 1.6 times more powerful. So he's leaning into that, and he's loving that the victimhood of Stuttering John with the crowd that he brings. It's all synergistic for him right now, but where does that lead long term? Is it like, okay, as long as there's just got to be, I don't think there's a lot of foresight in what he's doing. And maybe you don't need it. You can be a Buckman, just go and stream without any plan of anything. You can be a Karmic and just turn on the live stream every day and just interact with your chat. That works. Like, but then to what end? And I don't know. It's like, that's just my take on what he's doing. I think it's kind of, I saw you talking about him. I agreed with a lot of the stuff you were saying. And
I was a little over the
freaking out
top.
about it.
Full disclosure. I mean, I did a maybe go too far with it, but I think there was a lot of truth to some of the things that I was saying. I think I was trying to call out the fact that he's being absolutely fucking ridiculous. Going live, like, don't go live every day. Take a day off here or there. Don't, like, you're gonna burn yourself out. And this is the same thing you said. Karmic. I'm waiting for him to burn out. He doesn't seem like he's very happy. I think there's not a quiet, but there's a desperation to like what Karmic is doing, because I think he knows that once the music stops and there's no chair to sit in, that his life is really not a great life. Like if what's her face Fuddle leaves him and he's stuck in Minnesota and he's not making super chats anymore. That's why he's doing all this performative stuff. He's acting like a gay person. He's reading the news. He's crying and doing anything he can to be a theater kid to make money that's not even that great money. Like, it's not, you're not even making that much. to do that, and it's just there's a quiet desperation there. But then you look at Rob, and Rob has a job, so like why put yourself back into this? Like take some more time off. I don't know what he's thinking. It can't be good for the long term success of what he's trying to accomplish by coming back here and being angry and trying to like turn it into super chats. I don't see it. I think he's setting himself up to have a fucking massive failure. Because you know how it is, Chow. Like most of these times, these guys relapse. Like it's almost inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, it can happen. It's just, I don't know. Of course, it always happens to some degree, but not with Karmic. I think something's interesting about him that really makes him unique as far as our life forms is a lot of these guys, and maybe Karmic did do this when he first started covering them. They sought community and acceptance from everyone. Like we called him a ball washer at first, so he was ball washing a lot, but he doesn't do as much of the, and I know this from interacting him, like he does, people reach out to him for important requests or like pertinent information, whatever, anything, not just like I've heard him say like, oh, I saw you DM'd me and I was supposed to get back to you but I forgot, to like that Grillo guy or whatever. And it's like he just doesn't follow up with anyone, so he's really kind of different in that way where he doesn't fuck with anyone basically other than like his chick, I guess, and like ball washing Kevin. And I guess before he had his chick, his dude was final boss. And so he's like very like monogamous like that with like who he works with or talks to. So I think he's kind of in it for the long haul more than like some of these guys, or as long as it's like, I don't know, he does a lot of hours too. So he's grinding, and maybe you have to do it that way where you don't talk to other people and do other shit if you're just doing that hamster wheel he's doing.
You guys think Shuli cares about Rob?
Honestly, no, I don't. We've interviewed Shuli, dude, and I like Chow and I have been in this shit for a long time. I mean, not just as fans. No, go ahead. I won't speak for you, Chow. Go ahead.
I think well, he does in the sense that he cares about him because of his past, because Rob used to be Stuttering John's sidekick guy, so he can bring him on his show and talk to him about Stuttering John because.
Right, I mean,
it doesn't
like,
have anything to do with
though.
Rob personally, like, but he likes that, like, it gives him content for his show because now that Rob turned on Stuttering John,
he's a dancing monkey.
Yeah, they can pretend like they're buddies and shit, and that's funny for them. So in that sense, for like his own personal gain, Shuli is all about Rob, but yeah, but like he shouldn't, and I don't know, like, or he should, and they should. I don't know, get gay married or something. Really, like, it's kind of like, what degree do you want to care about these people online?
I don't.
You know, like that's kind of what when you ask that question, do you think he really does? Because
why are you even asking that question, you retard? Like, for real, are you that much of a fucking faggot that, dude? I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Hey, fucking faggot, if you care that much about it, why don't you hit up Shuli or a fucking homeboy Rob Saul with his twink daddy, if they actually love each other, care about each other enough. Stop creating a scene on the show to the point where we have to talk about it. You're a fucking loser, dude. Just shut the fuck up and stop being a faggot, okay? That's all I gotta say.
And Daft, do you remember that guy, that crazy guy, Brandon Daft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seemed like he was like methed out for a while, didn't he?
I don't know what he's on, but you know, he was like a huge Rob guy, and then when he went on Shuli, he disowned him. So it's a double-edged sword with these emotions, with the parasocialism of like, do you care about this guy? And like, I cared that he got sober, and it ties all into the Buckman and Granny thing and all this shit. So it's all kind of the same thing, just in different characters involved. So yeah, like Shuli probably doesn't care about him. Rob probably doesn't care about Shuli. I mean, other than a cordial, they know if they're on good terms or bad terms, and now they're on good terms, I guess. So should we talk about this Nasty stuff for a minute?
Yes, okay. Please.
Yeah, so Nasty said, looks like I need a new laptop. I only use laptop for the podcast. Without your head and YH Wrestling, if you want to chip in with a donation so the podcast continues smoothly, I will happily give you thanks on the show. in weekly credits. $100 or more donations will get you a year of IMDb credit for Without Your Head as producer, and that's his podcast.
Oh my God! Wow.
Or a year on air, thanks as a producer of IHY Wrestling, and of course, it just helps out. So, Nasty's on ice right now, which is crazy because he said he was quitting streaming when the Tojo shit happened a couple weeks ago. He's been tired versing hard, popping on. He's been going heavy on Rob's stream, and Nasty's kind of gassing up Rob. Which, if I was like like his friend and in 12 step, like I probably, and I don't know if Nasty follows any of that shit, but he's not.
Because he went sober. Because you remember he was gonna die, right? Like
Nasty
5 years ago
sober,
or something.
Yeah. Nasty, but I just don't know. But yeah, he's still feeding and fueling into resentments against people for Rob. So he's always trying to fuel, which, whatever. I'm not judging him for doing that. That's what he wants to do. But I don't know. It's just kind of made me think like, okay, like, well, Nasty's not a program guy. Just like Buckman's not a program guy. Like they don't know anything. They're dabble brained at this point. They're pickled. So
hey guys, we have breaking Buckman news. Breaking news, folks. Shmuel has released an update via community post. No show tonight, but he's going to give us a daytime stream tomorrow to make up for it because we didn't get our Thursday night Buckman show. So
Cookie had enough. That's what it was.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, like Nasty, hopefully he can get back in the game because he was in the bracket and he's heavy and tired verse. I might even say that he's a godfather of the tired verse. Like he kind of came before a lot of these guys. Pat Dixon, of course, is a godfather of the tired verse. Earl Skakel, one of the most tired guys on YouTube. And Big Dub, who's now kind of becoming one of the bigger guys in the tired verse. So when we compare,
I hadn't thought of Skakel as a tired verse guy, but now that you mentioned it, he kind of has some tired verse qualities to him. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, he's tired verse. He's lower level tired verse. But he's got a rep from doing stand up and like I guess just being around for a long time. So Big Dub being a leader in this shit is kind of like where I say like Final Boss is such a legend in life forms. How could he lose to Big Dub? Because considering like we've only done a little bit of Big Dub cov, but what are you guys thinking before we get into any videos?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here, like for me, also Big Dub, Big Homo. That's his real name. Is Big Homo. Is and I don't want to be rude here. He threatened to kill me at one point during his shit. So I joke about it. It's a funny bit, oh, you want to kill me? That's fine. Whatever have you, dude. Whatever. You're a psychopath. I think he's a failure as a father. I think he's a failure as a husband. I think he's a failure as a man. I think he failed in life. And he hates himself. That's why he's so fat and why he's out of shape. I think he truly despises his own existence. And I think he's truly a delusioned idiot. And I'm being honest. And I'm honest a lot. Okay? You're and like, bro, Big W, where the fuck your name is. I'm being honest with you, dude. You're a low IQ NPC character in this world. Your life has no meaning. It will never have a meaning besides your daughter or whatever the fuck you're raising. You're a son, a daughter, whatever have you. That is it. Other than that, you will die alone. You will die in a hospital. Probably, hopefully for something horrid that makes you feel the pain that you've put onto the world. And you will be nothing. And you always will be nothing. You are truly a disgusting, psychopathic, sociopathic, degenerate individual. and you shall remain as one. You're fucked. You're done. Your life is cooked. You're retard maxing right now. You're jester maxing. You're done. This is you for the next 50 years. You have to live with yourself. What you see in front of you in the fucking mirror is what's going to be in front of you for the next 50 fucking years. So get used to it, you fucking loser. You're done. Final boss, same shit, but you got at least... It's hard to tell because you're so fucking fat that you might die sooner. I don't know. You guys are both fucking losers. Dude, I don't know, man. These guys are both fucking losers. The only thing I can give Big Homo over Final Blob is that he at least procreated and continued on his fucked up lineage for another generation to deal with. Final Blob, thank Christ you haven't procreated, bro, because you are a fucking scumbag, fucked up, degenerate loser. You're my age. Hey, Final Blob. By the way, hey, at 28, you shouldn't have 5 rolls under your neck. You know what I'm saying, dog? You should have a home. You should have a child. You should have a wife. You should have a good paying job where you're doing things. You shouldn't be permanently online playing Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? You shouldn't be doing that like me. I'm not doing that. You're doing that. There's something wrong here. There's something not computing. Where are you at in life? You're nothing. You're truly a fucked up, sad man. I feel bad for you, bro. That's why I fought so hard for you in the beginning, because I thought you could be saved. Because I see homeboy, you know what I'm gonna say? Like, I see men like me suffering, young men suffering in life, and we want to, you know, we need to help them. Like Dan Chow, you see a young man suffering, you need to, like, you know, you want to like help them. You know what I mean? Just like as a good person, you just want to help, you know, raise them up and teach them the right way to go about their lives, and hopefully something fucking sticks.
Yeah, you got to lead by action.
Exactly. And this guy will not do it. And I think Dan said it best. You do all this shit and they think they know better than thou. But they don't. And the problem is because they didn't have their dad fucking beat them or tell them, hey, dumbass, listen to me. They have an issue with authority. And Final Blob has a total issue with authority. I'm being honest here. It's sickening. It's sad. I'm glad that female ran from you at that wedding when you proposed to her, because you would have ruined her fucking life. You would have left her destitute with that child if you would have had one with her. You would have fucking ruined her life. She literally won the lottery not being with you. She leveled up not fucking with your retarded, sadistic, unshowered, dick-cheesed ass. For real, bro. You are a disgusting fat blob. You suck as a human being. You suck. You suck as a man. You suck as a person. And your fucking family hates you. They won't say it to your face, but they fucking hate you. You know why? Because you're a fucking failure. You have nothing to show for it at 28 years old. You're a fucking nothing. You're garbage, dog. You're for real fucking garbage. You're garbage. And that's it. What?
But on that, okay, so I got a question on that, because...
Sure. I'm fucking pissed, dude.
Fuck. Can I just say one thing? Shout out Sam V in the chat. Sam V, good to see you, brother. I couldn't agree with you more. This whole thing is fucked up. Happy you're back. Happy you found the cool kid club here. And sorry, I mean it derail everything. I want Chris. Sam V has dropped off for a while. It's good to see him back in the fucking mix.
You know,
well, my question.
Yeah, what do you want to ask me? What's up?
My question then is, what do you value more, the opportunity of perceived time ahead of you that Final Boss has with nothing to show for it now?
Yeah.
Or the experience and your perceived shortcomings or failures in the experience that Big Dub at an older age is experiencing now? Because
yeah, go ahead.
You could almost say like he never was, versus like Big Dub was in the big leagues. And
I'll say this right now. I'm a huge promoter of I would say continuing your lineage. At least Big W gave birth to something that could possibly usurp him and become something better than him. Final Blob will never do that. So he will end as a loser, as a nothing. if Big W dies and his daughter or son becomes like some multi-millionaire or does something with themselves, who never have, you know what I'm saying, cures cancer, at least he gave the, you know what I mean, at least his fucking
At least he gave birth.
At least his nuts gave enough semen to promote something like that. But Final Blob is just cooked, dude. He's like, I'm being honest, Chow. Like, you know, they always say like our children will usurp us and be better than us. Hopefully, that's what we want to see as parents. We want our children to be better than we were. You know, we want that. We want our kids to be happier, more successful than we were as children and as adults. We want them to be as successful as possible. We want that. And I think Big W wants that at some level. I think he's a good father. I'm not shitting on him as being a father, just shitting on him as being a human being. But Final Blob doesn't have that. Final Blob has nothing. He's literally just at home in his one bed, one bath studio apartment, eating Fritos, drinking Mountain Dew, eating ramen as an entree for his sodium, intake, while injecting himself with fucking diabetes, medication. He's cooked. This fat fuck is donezo. And he's brought nothing to the world. He's given nothing to the world, and he deserves nothing from the world. He deserves to die alone in a studio apartment, being eaten by the fucking roaches that he allows to accumulate over time because he didn't clean shit. I guarantee it. He deserves nothing but to be eaten by the insects that he promotes. He is an insect, and he'll be devoured by them. He is nothing but a pure fucked up life form who shows nothing and gives nothing to society. He deserves nothing.
So I think I agree with you. And I would just add to that, Final Blob, there's a generational aspect to this. So clearly Final Blob and Dub are from different generations. Blob is a younger, the Gen Z, late millennial, I think it's Gen Z. He's what we call a NEET. I don't know if you've ever heard that term. N-E-E-T,
No, I'm not.
A NEET. Not in education, employment, or training. So basically, he's not in school. He's not, studying to like be an apprentice for anything. And, he's not training. He's not schooling. He's not doing anything. He's eating Cheetos and playing Sonic and staying up all night. Not a great place to be. Now, hey, a lot of us had that episode in our 20s where we were
I was
trying
16,
to find ourselves.
yeah, like 21, 20, yeah.
But it's extended. Usually you have like a year or two in your 20s, maybe where you're kind of trying to find yourself, and then you kind of knock yourself out of it. He's going on 2 or 3 years now, and there's no end in sight. He doesn't recognize that it's a dead end street, the direction that he's going. And so I feel bad for him. A lot of the people in the dab, as we call it, a lot of us are like middle-aged people that have already kind of like, put our mark, whether it's been kids or, our jobs or professions, whatever. We've lived a life up to this point. Final Blob has not lived a life. He thought he had it all figured out, and then he got cucked. And now instead of using that as motivation to, I don't know, get in shape, get angry, go out and like crush puss, go get a job, try to like come up with a strategy to get yourself out of that, he's kind of gone into this hole where he thinks that playing video games and harassing people behind alt accounts is going to really turn it around for him. So to your original question, Chow, like, the time value of what he has, like he's still got the thing ahead of him versus a Big Dub doesn't have the time value. I'd still rather take a Big Dub because at least he came and he conquered. He may be, kind of a sad sack right now. He may be a Dear John letter kind of guy, but at least he fucking established something. Final Boss does not have any direction. He's not listening, and he thinks he has it all figured out. And he has a lot of time, but we all know how time works. The sands of the hourglass, they stop for no one. And right now, the clock is ticking, and he hasn't figured out that he needs to fucking get his ass in gear.
Well, what do we think of this Final Boss? Like, if we zoom in more on like what he's been doing, because we're like the #1 experts on earth when it comes to final boss stuff. And we can basically see what he's going to do every single time from a million miles away. We predicted everything. We knew he was going to try to cozy up to Bachmann at some point. We even helped orchestrate it. Now, when I was watching something earlier, I saw Karmic talking about Final Boss. So it made me think he reached out to they've reached out and reconnected in some way. Which that's the first thing where I kind of saw, and I was like, initially I predicted that, like, you know, they were going to end up together, like romantically, like within 3 to 5 years. But I kind of thought that might have not been the case now, but maybe my early prophecies on his timeline are actually kind of coming true if you look at that, because I think what we see and what Final Boss sees is similar with Buckman. I think Bachmann has kind of peaked, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think after Hackamania, it's going to be tough sledding for him to create content going forward. He's got nothing to talk about now. He's got nothing to hype up. It's unless he really reinvents himself, I think Final Boss can't get anything out of Bachmann anymore, and he's not going to help him like reinvent his show or do anything anyway. So he's ready to jump ship, and I think he's trying to get back to Karmic, from what I'm telling. But I don't know, man. Like this, he was doing the streams for a while, and now he's doing this clip and shit, and it's like it's good, but I don't know. Like I don't think his I think Big Dub on his track of streaming right now is on a better track than Final Boss, even in, you know. What's your take on that, Dan?
So, and I just pulled up the Final Boss on Twitter, or actually on YouTube. And once again, numbers don't mean jack shit. Although I will say his highest ranked video was featuring me. So go figure on that one. His videos are barely, like, most of them are under 100 views on these clip videos. So, you know, and once again, I'm not a numbers guy. Like, I don't fixate on that like some people, like a Buckman. Buckman is very numbers driven. It's not the end all be all, but it's not working. Like, if you thought, like, the world does not need another clip show. We don't need more clippers. We need content creators. And this is where Final Boss, this is where life forms kind of come into play, because Final Boss has this ego and this energy and this cockiness, but where you don't see it is he doesn't want to really put himself out there. This is the Final Boss conundrum.
Yeah. Well,
If you really want to level up in the dab, you got to put yourself out there. You got to fucking show your belly a little bit and open yourself up to criticism. Get on a stream, make people make fun of how you look, all that stuff. Like, Lord knows I take it all the time. You know, if you go on Reddit, you can see everybody fucking pulling pictures of me from 10 years ago, photoshopping them and criticizing how I look. That's part of the price of doing business. Final Boss doesn't want to do that. He wants to hide behind whatever he does and do it in a safe little hug box way. And that's limiting. Like, this is where you want to be, you got to have balls. Your balls have to drop, and his balls have not dropped.
No, exactly. And on that thing of like how he's pathetic or whatever, but he is good at like jumping from guy to guy and kind of like sniffing out like the next thing. So I'll give him credit for that. And I also, it puts me in a paradox too. Like, I see Penis talking about the Final Box paradox, but I'm in a paradox because he wants to be me, you know? And his execution's so bad on everything he does. Like, he doesn't have the earned confidence or accolades to back up this shit. Like, you know, he'll talk shit on numbers, but he'll reference Buckman's numbers instead of his or something, you know, like that. Just dumb shit like that, which doesn't matter either way. Buckman doesn't even care about numbers. Buckman said he doesn't care about getting 1,000 subscribers. He talked about it 50 times over the last 2 months, but He doesn't care. So that's
Bachmann never brings up numbers. Buckman never uses that as an argument of why he's more important than anyone. Yeah, Buckman definitely doesn't bring up numbers whatsoever.
But I gotta say, this clip that Final Boss did, I wouldn't have seen it if he didn't do it. So I do praise him for making clips.
Good clipper.
Yeah, he sucks at it. He tries to add his own thing into it, and which is ironic because it's all just my quotes from like 2-3 years ago. I used to do a show with Carlos Danger 3 years ago about the Dabbleverse weekly review type shit, and I just shorted it to the dab because I don't like the pronunciation with all the syllables in it of Dabblerverse. So I just would call it the dab in reference to like the idea of it, like in the flow of conversation. So that's kind of why I did it. Wasn't trying to be something, but Final Boss and Buckman now like say it 4 or 5 times a show. So they even made it their intro. And this clip is brilliant because it's this guy. Do you guys know this guy, Tan guy or what? Tan Man.
Only after you showed that video that I think you're going to show us here, which was like totally new to me, and it kind of shocked me, to be honest.
Yeah, so this is Big Dub of Clowntown introduces Tan Man to the Dabbleverse. And let's watch the clip.
Look at this.
And can you just stop for one sec, Chow? Just
we are like leveling
leveling up in the dab. For those that have no idea what this is, like what, and maybe you don't even know the answer. Maybe this is something we have to figure out on our own. What was Big Dub trying to do here? Like, what was his motivation? Like, do we know how he found this guy? Like, is he trying to come up with his viral moment? Like, what is all of this?
It's this dude right here. It's this guy, Serenity Now. He hit me up like a few months ago about him. He was like, this guy could be a life form. You got to watch his show, Tan Man.
Okay.
So what happened is Serenity Now thinks he's awesome and discovered him and told Final Boss, like, oh, you should look into him. He probably told me too. Or he told me, and then he probably told Final Boss after when I was like, I will, or I just never followed up on it. And then, of course, Final Boss, since he can't do anything himself, he ends up telling Big Hormone, like, hey, you do it. And this leads back into my theory that, like, Final Boss actually controls Big Hormone. Like, I think he's the one who, like, told. So he got onto it from Final Boss, who got onto it from this Serenity Now guy. Ice Dancer, I know you're new. We talk about the Sorcerer all the time. He's super cringe, and there's a ton of shit we can cover on Sorcerer at a later date, but tonight's not the night. He said I've told everyone. So he told me and Final Boss, and apparently not Dan or Mir. So let's watch this clip, though, because this is brilliant. This is Hormone and this new guy named Tan Man.
and up in the dab, brah. All right. Yeah, we're here.
Love that kid. Anyway, we have our first guest tonight. A gentleman named Dexter is with us. Dexter, how are you tonight?
How's it going, Tan Man?
Good, buddy.
Is that
How can I help? How can I help you?
Oh, I just wanted to check in and say hello. How's it going?
Nice, man. Where you from?
I'm relatively new to this. I'm from near the Rocky Mountains.
You're relatively new to this, but you got a really nice microphone.
Is it nice?
It looks good.
Brand new.
Yeah, baby. I was in Colorado myself.
So there we go.
Is this like AI? Or is this guy is this real? Is this guy really like, what is going? I already like, it's very,
what the fuck is this? Yeah, what the fuck is
I don't know.
this, bro?
Serenity, if you want to pop on for a couple minutes,
what the fuck?
On X, I'll send you the link. You can tell us what it is. You can even use one of your filters.
This is epic. What the fuck?
But no,
it's almost like Max. Remember Max Headroom from like the 80s? Like it's kind of like glitching out. Like like I can't tell if this guy is real or it's some sort of like computer generated fucking.
This is epic.
Goy slop that's going on.
No, dude. This is pure pure cinema right here, bro. This is it, bro. This is the future, dog. Damn, man.
I don't know the origin of it, of the guy. I didn't really look too deep into it, but this is Big Hormone's first time using his new mic, because he ran his show from his iPad for like years. And
by the way, he's still in his kitchenette there with the with the front door right in the background.
I love this show because Tan Man is such an interesting character, but we have to shit on Final Homo so much that, like, dude, fuck this guy's mic, dude. Like, Homo, what are you doing, bro? That's a good mic, man. Like, dude, I have to be honest, bro. I love it, man. Big Homo's
keep
such
watching.
a faggot.
Yeah, it was funny because he's like, "You're new to this, but you have a new mic." Let's watch that again and keep playing.
It looks good.
Brand new.
Yeah, baby.
Rocky Mountains.
You're relatively new to this, but you got a really nice microphone.
Is it nice?
It looks good.
Brand new.
Yeah, baby. I was in Colorado myself.
Oh, right on.
I went to Red Rocks.
Nice.
Have you ever been there?
I haven't. Just the Eagle area, Eagle, Colorado.
Oh, okay. I was in Golden, Colorado.
Okay.
You been there? Or have you been watching the show?
You've been there?
No,
I've been there.
I watched.
Can you just pause for 1 second? Can you just pause?
This is gold.
Okay, I just want to just put this into life forms. Bring this back to what we're talking about. So, Dexter, aka Big Dub, is obviously engaging with Tan Man because he thinks this is going to be like a moment. Like, this is, we're bringing him into the dab and we're going to get him on Clown Town, or I'm going to be able to get a video that I can replay for everyone. But meanwhile, this is the problem that I have with Big Dub is he has these ideas in his mind that he's going to control, he's going to create this content or control this narrative. But Tan Man, he comes in, he doesn't really have any game plan of what he's talking about.
Nothing.
He's not even answering the questions. He has to think about it.
Nothing there.
He already asked me where I am from, Massachusetts. Okay, hey, have you ever been to Worcester? Yeah, I've been to Worcester a million times. You used to go to Holy Cross and go fucking watch basketball games. I don't need to. He's clueless on a simple question. This Tan Man guy is wait a sec, you got a new mic. You came on here to engage with me, and I'm doing all the fucking work here.
He's carrying his body, bro. He's like, yo, nigga.
He's just and this is tired verse. This is what tired verse is. It's being totally just your head's in a cloud and you're just kind of floating through the world. But then when you get on your Clown Town, you're bragging about all this fucking content you've created, but you're not doing anything. And that's Big Dub. And if this is quintessential Big Dub right here. He's just the dog's tail is wagging the dog. I mean, he has no control over what's going on right now.
Look at his face, bro. Look at his face. He's
this is like you said, this is just bread and butter Big Dub all the time. He'll go on shows for hours. He'll jump on Bachmann with nothing to say. He'll jump on Tojo for hours, and it's just kind of just tired and out, doing his thing. So it's dope, but I think Blob initially made this clip so people can learn about Tan Man, and then they can laugh at him in the same way Blob does. I don't know what his reasoning is, but let's get to learn more.
I wanted to wish Buddy East Coast a speedy recovery.
Yeah, we all do. And he said, I spoke to him earlier, he might be making an appearance on our show tonight from his hospital bed. Yeah.
That'd be
I
awesome.
hope he does. Yeah.
I've got a buddy that reminds me of him.
You have a buddy that reminds you of him?
Yeah.
I actually met him in person.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he came to Delray and we partied together for 3 days, and I fell in love with the guy. We became brothers. And, a few things after he left, he had to throw me under the bus because that's the way this shit works. But in the end, he knows that we had the best time, and I think he wants to come back, to tell you the truth.
I would want to.
Every day's summer, brother. Every day's Friday, really.
Chow, can you just pause one more
Chow, can you pause this real quick? Hang on, I want to say something real quick. Sorry.
Yes,
man,
go
I wanna
ahead.
say something real quick. It's insane to me watching a talented man like Tan Man play with, work with, and expose, and just like obviously Big W came in there with some type of like thing he wanted to like do to this guy or say, you know what I mean, or like manipulate the show to think where he, like Chow said earlier, to think where he wants it to go. But Tan Man knows how to play this fucking loser so well that he's like making this guy repeat himself. He's making Big W, fall back a little bit, be on top of his feet, his toes. He's keeping W on his toes right now.
He's testing him.
He is. And it's so funny to me, like Chow said, is like Big W comes in here thinks he can run the fucking show and thinks he's the guy. He thinks he knows more than all these fucking losers or Tan Man knows. He's like, I'm gonna troll this guy. Watch this. Bro, Tan Man is literally working you this whole entire fucking show. He is making his bitch, and he's like showcasing to everybody, hey, this kid thinks he knows. He don't know. And I love it. I love it, Big W. This is why you're a life form, bro. Look at you in this scene. You're legitly the fool. You're the retard. You're the jester. And you will continue to be one. You will never amount to and or lead anyone to anything in life. Even yourself. Because you're a fucking loser. You're fucking nothing. Your wife left you. Your kid, pray to God, doesn't look up to you because they want to be successful in life. You're a nothing burger, and you'll continue to be one. That's why Tan Man is working your ass this whole entire show. You suck. That's why you're a life form, bitch. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what I was gonna say is, for anyone that's ever, and I'm not a big fan of improv comedy. But if anyone's ever like learned about like how improv works, you always do like and then, and you always like
I know,
something moving.
Yes,
You never say no.
Yes,
Never
and.
say no. Never say no.
You never say no, and you never like put a blocker up. You always say yes and you try to like move it to the next level.
You
Dexter,
volley the conversation.
correct. It's like tennis. You go back and forth.
Yeah.
Big Dub is giving like Tan Man is fucking delivering. Tan Man is giving Big Dub so much shit to work with. And Big Dub is sending nothing back Tan Man's way. That's why he's trying to say, he's saying like, dude, okay, like that's why he called him out of like, wow, you got a good mic. Like you must be good at this. But it's almost like Big Dub doesn't understand like what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to like create something here. Like you're supposed to take.
He sucks. He can't banter, dude. He sucks. He can't banter.
You can't riff. There's no riffing going on. Like you got to like riff it. You got to go.
There's
like
nothing.
Anything. Like, I mean, you could be stupid. You could be like, yeah, I was just hanging out with fucking at the zoo and I played with a bunch of pandas or something. Dude.
Well,
just like bullshit. And he can't do that. And Tan Man is just like, oh my God, I got to fucking do all the work here.
These white goyim. Like, dude, I can't.
Let's keep playing because I think around 5 minutes it gets good. It's only 8 minutes long, but we'll
after Tan Man, we'll read through the super chats. I know there's some.
I was a lot of things, man. Now I'm
he's so good. Tan Man's tough, dude.
I'm a semi-pro pickleball player.
Yeah,
I'm a live streamer. I'm living with my aunt who needs me and loves me and won't let me leave.
Look at Big Dog.
My life has been one chapter after another, but all good things. All good things, man. I'm blessed.
Awesome.
All I can say is I'm blessed.
Wow. Tan Man cooking, bro, and Big W just staring, going, duh.
This is powerful stuff, though, bro. Like what he's saying is gratitude that he's repeating, and people will say, "Oh, this guy is crazy." He's not, or they'll try to question.
He's
like
king.
miserable people will poke holes on it, or critics will try to say, "I don't know anything about this guy if he's beloved or trolled or whatever his thing is."
idea.
But I just caught that. Made me think like the positive mindset that he's displaying towards his current circumstances verbalized in like a public forum like this is very, very good for him. For
brilliant.
It's
dude, he's cooking. This is brilliant. Honestly, this is pure podcasting comedy. Not gonna lie, this is great, guys. Everyone watching this, Tan Man is literally cooking on fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'm being honest. You guys might think I'm a fool or an idiot or whatever. I don't give a fuck. This guy's nuts. He's cooking right now. He's cooking.
It was profound hormone too. So watch kind of his reaction.
But all good things, man. I'm
Dude,
blessed.
that's awesome.
All I
Yeah,
can
good.
say is I'm blessed.
Glad to hear it, man. It's
Yeah.
good for you.
Glad to hear it.
We
Yeah.
have a
So
podcast. We have a podcast called Povo's Clown Town.
what is it called?
It's called Povo's Clown
Pause
Town.
this real quick. Pause this real quick.
What do you
Pause
guys-
this real
I just
quick.
got the,
Pause
by the way, oh my
Go ahead,
God, stop it.
Go ahead.
I have the biggest douche chills when he just said that. Like I had like the chills go through my vein. We have a show called Povo's Clown Town. That doesn't mean anything. Like, what do you like? Don't say the name. The name is fucking ridiculous. This fucking old Jew bastard is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Povo's Clown Town.
No, it's not even that, bro. It's not even that though, dude. He's dominating him right now. You gotta see that, bro. He knows what he said. He's not laughing or saying, what do you call it? He's saying that not because he doesn't know the name or he thinks it's weird or like, why'd you call it that? No, he's not doing that. What he's doing at this point is he's dominating this guy because he realizes by how he came on the show with a really good mic, he's trying to troll. He's trying to be a somebody. He's trying to do something. And this guy is really clocking in his head. This is someone who's trying to fuck with me if they can to get views, to get something. So I'm going to fuck with them. So you know what he does when he says Clown Town? It's not that he didn't hear him or he's like, what? What name? He's saying, hey, bitch, tell me again. What's your show's name? That's what he's doing, bro. He's cooking this fucking faggot.
Maybe.
And I love it. No, not maybe, bro. Dude, this guy doesn't play, bro.
I think so, but it was so jarring for like him to say like, oh, I'm living with my aunt. My life's going great. I'm blessed.
Right,
And then
but
all of
that's
a sudden
part
he
of the-
just says, we got to show Povo's Clown Town. It's like,
Povo's
what?
No. I know, bro. Like he's trying. I dude, this is so tough. Tan Man cooks, bro. I don't care if he lives at his aunt's house. Good for him. I'm glad he uses it for the bit and then draw these losers in with that. Keep playing, child. This is just this is nuts.
What is it called?
It's called Povo's Clown Town.
Yeah.
And what do you guys do on there?
Yeah,
We
he's
just
cooking
mess
them.
around. It's
Look how like
late night
innocently like we just
Saturdays.
mess around, sir.
What do you guys do on there?
We just mess
like,
around.
I'm sorry.
It's
What I
Clown
say?
Town.
And what do you guys do on there?
We just mess around. It's late night Saturdays.
Oh, great.
With the boys, faggots, faggot man. This
Why
guy's a
bring it
fucking
up?
Kid.
Why bring
Where's
it
your
up? if
mommy
you know-
at? Just go ahead, Chow. Sorry.
No, I mean, like, it's just wild that he, like, brought it up, and, like, that the first question is, like, what's the show about, basically?
I know he's
Like,
cooking them, bro.
Huh? I don't know. I never thought about that. It's like,
What's
yeah,
this
you
clown
should.
show about?
Mommy, mommy.
Yeah, it's
He's cooking me.
brilliant, bro. We'll keep going. Dan's
This
loving
guy's
it.
a loser. Fuck. No wonder his wife
He's
left
getting
him.
so logged right now by Dan Man. It's so
No
fucking
wonder his
insane.
wife left him, bro.
Tan Man's
This guy's a
got,
faggot.
he's got great control. Tan
It's
Man.
called
We just
Clown
mess
Town,
around.
sir.
It's late night Saturdays.
Oh, great, man. I'll if you want to put the link in our chat,
Usually,
As
I'm
long as you don't
Tan
fuck
Man's
with me,
crushing
you're
puss
good.
on a
No,
Saturday
no,
night.
I'd like to have- I'd like
Tan Man's like, yeah, I'm usually out crushing fucking Gentile pussy on a Saturday night while you're fucking hanging
your
out with your
li-
boys doing Clown Town.
Put your link in the comment section. I want to promote it.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It is brilliant. And I know he was saying even like
That's
on
crazy.
Clown Town this week he kept saying that Tan Man was gonna come on. So he was promoting it. I don't think he ever came on, but
Yo.
yeah, the elevator pitch needs work. I mean, I don't think he's ever thought about what's it actually about, but
The name is fucking stupid. Like, it's one thing to call it Clown Town, but Povo's Clown Town, that doesn't mean fucking jack shit to this fucking guy. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What you talking about, man?
well, it gets confusing that he added the. If you said, "Oh yeah, I do a stream called Clown Town, we just fuck
Perfect.
around," something like that.
He's nervous.
It's
That
like
makes
Come
sense.
Town, but it's you
He's
know,
nervous, dude. I
or
see
just-
kids like this all the time, dude. He's a young kid. He doesn't know how to promote himself when he's actually talking to somebody who has a platform. So he's like, Povo's Clown Town. So like no one knows you from that. They just know you from Clown Town, not Povo's, bro. You're just that desperate and that like I would say he doesn't have the experience. He's unexperienced with dealing with people who are bigger than him. So he acts like a fucking fan and he acts like a fucking, I would say, over anxious, cuck. And that's what he is.
A little bit, but yeah, that comes when you're kind of like meeting someone for the first time or new, or like obviously he has like he's kind of intimidated by this guy, but no, I'm just whatever, independent of aura coming from Tan Man or whatever, just saying the word povo, if like it's not a word, so for the first time you hear it, it's like, huh? Like anyone would say that basically. Like what'd you say? Like, in case he was just misspoke.
I don't know.
Either way,
I think he's cooking
in the chat. Put that in the chat.
Everyone in the chat, what do you think Homeboy's doing right now with him? Do you think he's surprised or think he's cooking him? Everyone let us know.
And what does Big Dub think? Does he think like he's gonna get Tan Man's audience to like tune into Povo's? Like people in the chat are like, what? Like it does. The name doesn't tell you anything. It Povo doesn't mean fucking shit. The only, I mean, it goes back to the fact that it's called Povo's Clown Town because they used the guy who goes by the name Povo. He was the channel that was monetized. So now, for better or for worse, they're like pot committed to that instead of like coming up with a new channel and like having a better name. It's just all of it is just so funny. And this Tan Man guy, this guy's a fucking G. Like this guy probably has fucking hoes like left and right. And he's dealing with this jaboke. So, hey, so what are you doing a Saturday night? Well, you know, we do this show called Povo's Clown Town. Oh, yeah. It's like, well, I'm usually getting a schwitz and then I go fucking hit some whores. You know, like this guy. Like
with my boys.
Like a 48-year-old man who spends, you know, Saturday nights playing with, and he's single and he's doing Povo's Clown Town and he's on Discord. This guy just doesn't. It doesn't compute, and yeah, Tan Man fucking rules. Tan Man fucking mogs. I love this guy.
He's mogging, dude. He's mogging hard, bro. He's ultra mogging, bro.
Speaking of, here's my girl. Hey, Detroit, where you been, girlfriend? Where you been, girl?
Detroit, yeah.
Those sexy gams. You want to come on?
Where you at, baby?
She can come through.
Hey, what's up, Tan Man?
That was another thing. She's been on Clown Town, and like her favorite thing to do is just repeat things I say. So another tribute streamer.
HY, you been drinking tonight, girlfriend? You been hitting the mimosas tonight, girl? If you been hitting them, we'll get you in the chat here. We can come on the show, you fucking hot mom.
Well, you don't owe me anything for that shit. It's all my sayings and phrases are open source, and I don't hold any resentment. I look at imitation as flattery, so yeah, it's all good.
Play this video, bro. You gotta get
to have you as a guest on ours.
We got some great people here, brother. Some really great people. Yeah. I mean, the people in we actually put together. Since I've been doing this a year, and the people that are with me, it's like a family, a community of really amazing people. And you know, we get rid of all the bullshit. You know, there's an adult stream. Nobody gets hurt here. You come in here, my mods, I have the best mods on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm blessed all around.
Good
I mean,
community.
these people really care about me, and they care about the show, and
that's really tough.
You know, they just want to come on and enjoy each other's company. They don't need the bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The trolls.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah. Look at this faggot. You know, anytime you want to come on and be hey, how do you like Black Sabbath, bro?
Oh yeah, of course.
You like Black Sabbath, bro?
Let's go.
That's fun.
I love this new.
Oh wait, you just keep going, bro. Just keep playing it, man.
Hey, can I just interrupt for a sec?
Sure.
Stuttering John just sent me a link. He just went live. You mind if I just jump over there for like 15-20 minutes? I'll come right back.
Do your thing.
All right, I'll be back in a few. I just want to go see what the fuck's going on with it because I think he's wasted right now. So I need to go over there and take care of my boys. But I'll be back.
You gotta get ready for May 2nd.
Yeah, May 2nd's coming I'll be back. All right. Tan Man forever.
Yeah.
StreamYard, brother. I love it.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
man.
for the last year, I've been just straight up in front of the camera.
Let's go, Chow.
Playing audio, which was fun. It was good. But this takes it to a whole nother level for me.
Yeah, have you been using StreamYard for the whole time you've been going?
No, man. I just started using it within the last, I'd say, I think this is my...
The classic life form.
I know.
The discussion of EV Mox versus the StreamYard talk.
You StreamYard, bro? Like...
Yeah, so they're just doing their small talk shit. We'll keep watching.
Yeah.
Fourth show.
Oh, by the way, where's the orange puppet? This is for you, orange puppet. Dan's gone. This dude, the orange puppet from Australia, has been begging me that we got to kick Dan off the show. And now that he's gone, you better get in the chat and start making your voice heard or enjoy it.
You're just a faggot.
Show using StreamYard, and I got it down with science, and I love it. I really love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, we use StreamYard. I know a lot of people that use that EV Mux. Have you heard of that?
So what do you guys talk about on your show? Just
So comedians. Have you ever heard of Kevin Brennan?
No, I'm sorry.
Neal Brennan is his brother, created the Chappelle Show. We kind of all branch off.
Okay. 99.99999 people don't know who Kevin Brennan is. 99.99999% of people don't know who Neal Brennan is. 99, I would say maybe like 1 in 100, maybe 2 in 100 people know who Dave Chappelle is. He's not like super famous. Like maybe a little more, because he is like, I guess he was popular 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's crazy how he's trying to like press him about, do you know this guy? You know this guy? It's like Tan Man has no clue who Dave Chappelle is.
No,
I
dude.
guarantee that.
All he knows is Sylvester Stallone.
It's a
Yeah, he's a different generation.
He's Italian. Yeah, you can tell he's a guapo.
I think he's Jewish actually, because you see he's got the star
shit.
here.
Oh, who is that?
He's a G.
Shamil would love him.
have you ever heard of Kevin Brennan?
You're Jewish. Wait a minute.
No, I'm sorry.
Neal Brennan is his brother, created the Chappelle Show. We kind of all branch off of there. It's a kind of a toxic place called the Dabbleverse, but there's some good people in there. So we just hang out late on Saturdays, kind of do what you're doing. We invite chatters on. We've had some comedians come on and hang out. This weekend there's a big event in Las Vegas that they're all getting together. So tomorrow night we'll probably have
him. Pause that, Chow. The aura farming from this clip, and then like just like the Chad Maxing from this is insane. I'm not gonna lie, Chow. Like, dude, I've for real, guys, have never seen someone get mobbed this hard in a podcast in my life. I'm not kidding. This is crazy, dude. Dude, he starts sipping out of the Bud Light with a straw while this guy's talking about his show, about the universe of the Dabbleverse. Big W is literally sweating bullets right now talking to this guy as he sips his Bud Light. He's that anxious. Guaranteed. Go, Chow.
a few people from there come on and tell us how it's going. It's it's kind of a online community of comedians and chatters and streamers.
Right. I just started dabbling with the AI stuff.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
I'm like, look, I used to work for ABC and I had my own television studio and I did.
Can you pause that real
division.
quick? So there's something right there, everyone watching this. So don't think that suntan fag Dan, where the hell this guy's name is actually truly the mogger that he is. Because right there, and I'm not gonna lie, Final Blob, you did a great job clipping this because you truly showcased the foolery of Big W in his true, his true self. But you showcase somebody who is truly a, let's say, high mogging, personnel that he claims to be. But then you see him right there stumble, and that tells you this. He's just as deprived, just as fucked up as anybody else in this shit. And that's why, dude, I'm not going to lie. I would say Clipper of the Year. I'm not kidding. Because I've seen a lot of clips of people clipping shows like, Sam Bibley or all these other faggots. Clipping shows of like Karmic X, Kevin Brandon, all this stuff, that's viral in our community. But seeing someone clip something from such a obscure, different universe and then implementing that into the Dabbleverse to the point where it actually makes sense and it's fun and it's, funny, That's rare. And Final Blob, I'm going to give you your roses, bro. This clip might be one of the better clips I've ever seen coming out of this universe. You did something here, bro. You did. I'm gonna ball wash you here. You did. Good clip.
You can ball wash. I mean, I created Final Boss in the image to have good taste when it comes to clips. So
no, you did though. Yeah, that's all you, bro. Like I'm not like it is like you legitimately like raised him, showcased him the shit.
I curated it. I curated his taste.
Dude, you fucking make. I would say, what's the word I'm looking for? You make trends, dog. You do. Dr. Chow makes trends. And this is a trend. And Final Blob took a note from your book, it implemented it into his own, and now here's a trend.
Yeah. And I will say, Panhandler was like, you don't like his clips? It's like, I do. I actually do like when he clips Mersh because I don't watch Mersh. And when I watch Blob's clips on it, it's always like, wow, that was good. Or that was decent.
Right.
So he's clipping stuff other people don't. So I respect that. But like, then again, like, what do you want me to do? Like, how much credit or how much attention or accolade or anything should a clipper who just screen recording another show get? I mean,
that is true. Yeah.
I clip shit and I post it on X all day, but I wouldn't flex it. You know, I have videos that have hundreds of thousands of views on X. It's not a big deal. You know, like, because it's like, who cares? It's not a competition. It doesn't really mean anything. It's all a number is a metric of value of attention that can or cannot be translated into some.
You're right. I got ahead of myself. I'm sorry because I think no, I did. I for real did. I'm sorry. Like I have to remember at the end of the day, he's just a clipper though, dude. And like you said, clipping a show and clipping something really doesn't mean as much as actually producing something though. You're just taking from what someone else produced and just clipping it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
When the Blob is like, if I look at the alternative, would I rather not have these clips exist and have nothing or not know about them? No. So I do want to give him credit. I do want to give him his roses for it. It's a good clip. He's consistent with his clips. He's putting out shit. But beyond that, like, you're not going to compare like your 67 views on this clip to Mir's 300 to 1,000 views.
I remember that. Yeah, he did that like what 2 weeks ago. It's like, oh look, I get more views than this show, dude.
Yeah,
for real, bro. You're cooked.
That's
you're
his
cooked,
life formness, you know.
I know he's so angry. Why is he so like? Why does he lash out like a cat? You know what I'm saying? Like he's like a cat. He just lashes out randomly. He's like, dude, calm down, man. Take a natty. Chill out.
Yeah. Well, let's finish this out and then.
Vision for an advertising agency. I'm versed in all of this stuff, so you know if I put my mind to it, I'm like, boom.
Where'd you get the name Tan Man? Where'd you get that nickname? Just because you're tan?
Well, the funny thing is, you know, I'm the tan man of pickleball here in Delray.
Yeah.
And
Big W's going out.
Started in Rockaway Beach because, you know, I get really brown in the summer.
Yeah, I played pickleball.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you know, nasty Ernie.
I played this morning.
Nice. I haven't played yet this year, but we got into it a few years ago.
Yeah, no, I love it, man. I love the people. The community is wonderful. I mean, I woke up this morning. I went out last night. I was in Palm Beach till like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And I still woke up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock and jumped up, saw the sun was shining, and I went to play pickleball, you know?
You just go do paddles up and mix in with people, or do you have like specific partners?
No, I go to a park that, you know, I know a lot of people, and, you know, it's usually a lot of the same people, and they really love the game, and they're great.
I like everything, a little bit of everything.
You like Chris Cornell? You like Chris Cornell?
I love Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell.
What's your favorite Chris Cornell band? You like the Counting Crows?
You know what? I got to be honest with you. I love him. I am so. You know, I was just telling my aunt who's like 86. I was playing this music for her in the car, and I was like, wow. You know, this guy took his own life. I mean, he had the most amazing voice. You know, I was playing the music for her, and I was like, you know, I'm so like.
Chad, can you pause? Chad, Chow, can you pause this? Dude, this guy is really throwing balls like lobs at Big W, dude, like to make the show interesting and fun, and he's just not taking them at all.
I think Big Dub got a little too
Stage fright.
Well, he was interrupting him when he asked him like, "How'd you get the name Tan Man?" And then right away he said, "Is it because you're tan?" Like, don't ask like a yes or no.
An oxymoron question. Yeah.
Yeah, you can ask, "Well, where did your nickname come from?" Or "How'd you get the name Tan Man?"
You
But
let
then
him
don't say it
build.
right after, like, "Is it because you're tan?" Because then I'll just say, "Yeah, I get tan." No, then he asks him that, and he gets into the story. He starts telling it, and then as he's telling the story, like Big Dub's interrupting, like, "Oh, I play pickleball. I haven't
Who
played
cares?
in a long time."
We're
Yeah,
here
like
here. Listen to you interview this guy.
yeah. So I don't know. It's just bad flow. But like you said, he's probably like first time dealing with him, first time with his new mic, taking it out. So we'll give him a pass on that shit.
You know, I don't know. These guys make deals with the devil. I mean, I don't know what it is, but he had the most amazing voice. And it was so sad that he took his own life. I mean, I love all his music. I just love the guy's voice. He could sing, he sang Billie Jean from Michael Jackson. It sounded amazing.
You ever hear his cover of Nothing Compares to You?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I listen to all his stuff, man.
Yeah.
He's one of my guys. Listen, while you're here, real quick.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And of course, there's Final Blob with him wrecking the clip with that garbage. Honestly, what I got from that was Sun Mantan, who the fuck his name is a baller in some sense, but at the same time, there are some demons, and he did lash out at one point during the show I watched, and when you show weakness like that and emotionality like that, there's something going on. So I don't think he's the total gold G that he is, as he portrays on screen. Being honest. And Big W, you got fucking wrecked the whole show, dude. You sucked. You're garbage.
Yeah, I gotta take a piss. So you want me to play?
Actually, can I talk for a little bit when you just come back?
Yeah. I was gonna play something, but if you just want to rant, go.
Yeah, I just want to
rant.
rant. Yeah, I want to rant real quick. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna drop chow real quick while I rant this shit. So, let's start at the beginning, guys. Honestly, as someone who's in show business, who's done shows that meant something, that actually drew crowds, like like one of my I have a few songs that are in the 200,000K plays. I'm balling, and I've done shows with hundreds of people, and I've worked with artists who are even bigger than I. And it was fun to work with them. It was great. But here's the thing. I never did this though. I never buckled under pressure when I interacted with these people. And here's the reason why. Because I'm a leader. I get shit done. I do things that create something else than the norm. I am like I just said, I'm a leader. Big W goes on to a show trying to, create this wacky thing for his own show that can draw hopefully some of Suntan Man's viewership. He does a good appearance on the show and he trolls them. Instantly, he gets checked by Suntan Man. Instantly, he is forced into a corner where he has to appease Suntan Man as a fan. And he didn't want to do that at first. He wanted to control the conversation, but he got wrecked, so he had to bow down and, I would say, coddle to this Suntan Man's wants and desires. So he becomes this fool throughout the whole entire show. He is dismissed, he is not listened to, and he is deprived of any well-being of promoting his own show. He is really laughed at in a passive-aggressive way towards a more dominant man. And like the beta male cuck that he is, he bows to that and takes it and continues it on. I'm not kidding you. I have never in my life done a show, done an interview, done anything in any aspect, even going on people's shows, where I am disrespected, talked down on, and treated like vermin for the betterment of the host, and never said anything about it. If I have, I would have said something about it. That tells me Big W is truly a cucked, sad, delinquent, low IQ 60 slave that he is. He's a loser and he deserves nothing else than that. And that is truly why he's a life form.
Okay. I mean, Big Dub is
I think he wins, bro.
He's been doing a lot more than Final Boss, and
that clip was epic, but like he's part of that though. And what do I take more from, Final Blob or Big Hormone?
I'm genuinely like interested in watching Clown Town every week. It's so long, so I usually watch it fast so I can't time code it, but there's always good shit. And Big Dub, he's a sleeping giant, like we said. Like you don't expect much on the surface. It doesn't seem like much is going on, like Buckman. But then once you start watching his streaming game and like how he moves in the game and all that shit, you realize like, okay, like this is pretty entertaining. Like he'll jump on. He likes to reference shit. So this weekend they had they have Dave Sarah from Hackamania come on their show.
Yeah.
And then like he came on for a few minutes and was all zonked out. He didn't offer anything. Their show's just hanging out, so they don't have anything they're discussing in particular, but they're talking about Hackamania. And then like this week in chats, he's just like everywhere saying like, oh, Clowntown had Dave Sarah from Hackamania on, like trying to promote it. So like his promotion game of like trying to hype up his shit and all that shit, it's like, I don't know, I just find it like
it's not going anywhere. I mean, it's funny because it's not going anywhere. Like, dude, go ahead.
The plan. Like when that guy asked him, like, what's Povo's Clown?
Well, yeah, what's Povo's Clown Town?
You should,
dumbass.
And I'll say this to everyone: anyone who's like a Buckman or a Big Dub that's running a stream, you should write down a 1-page paper, like mission statement. This is what the purpose of the stream. This is the theme of the stream. Or whatever, just like 3 bullet points of like, this is my idea of a show. Like,
don't ask your fans or your followers to ask you what your show should be. Okay, Tommy Jordan, you fucking like
yeah, but that's bad. But
yeah, it's bad.
There's Tommy Jordan remember Tommy Jordan when he came out, he had all the red bar set up and all that type of shit, and then he's just trying to do.
He was a fruit, a vegetable.
Well, you know what's crazy, bro?
What?
This mimic, like,
dude, let me hear this.
This shit works, bro. Like, you know that guy?
You're right, it does.
The B Dabbler network guy. He's huge now. Like, he's
huge,
beloved.
bigger than Julie almost.
Yeah, and it's all because he can do the voice mimicry of other streamers. Like he does a Gino voice, he does a Karmic voice,
KB,
Brennan, all these voices. So he's pretty good at doing the voice to sound like him. And the low IQ, it like
the retards.
It's like a magic trick to them because they're like they can close their eyes and be like, "Wow, it sounds just like him" or whatever. So they get all impressed by the sound of what he's saying. So that shit works. Like, and imitation is the highest form of flattery, and fake it till you make it, whatever you want to call it. Like Tommy's at least throwing, spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks. Like he's trying something. He's trying everything. Nothing's working, but
spaghetti at the wall. Yo, dude, you gotta
trying,
stop,
bro.
Dude, you gotta stop. You guys stop. You're hurting me. All right, all I gotta say is this, bro. These people, for real, like what you just said, Chow, about Tommy Jordan, about all these faggots. What was his name? The Bedabbler guy that's bigger than Shuli, probably.
I think just Bedabbler, right?
Yeah, Bedabbler.
Tuki.
Yeah, all that shit. Like, It is what it is at this point. These guys, as mimics, honestly, I think you could earn more overall with this type of like content they're doing with these people. Like if you make it a, you know, like a bit, you can run with that forever because whatever they produce, you can produce too. And then if they're not producing, you have another voice that go somewhere else. It doesn't matter. But with these people, they're stuck on that shit. Like surely stuck on Stuttering John. That's this whole entire thing. That's it. If that doesn't work, he's cooked. But with you as a fucking mimic, you can do whatever the fuck you want and play with it. It's insane, dude. And I'm glad you called that out because I didn't really even think about that, bro. Like that's why you're the ultimate gatekeeper, honestly. Like, dude, it's crazy, being honest.
Well, and that's exactly like he can transform his character. He does a good job too. I'm not.
Oh
trying
no,
to,
no, yeah.
I'm not trying to say he's a
talent.
one-trick pony because he
talent.
puts effort into like his costumes and he does all the production. He can sing, dance, whatever. He puts in way more than a lot of these people as far as effort and planning and all that type of shit. So props to him for that. But you're right. Like yeah, when you're a one-trick pony where it's like everything's contingent on one thing, it's tricky. Yeah. Like is double-edged sword, like we say. It's like it's great when
it works.
Yeah, when Stuttering John's streaming all the time and everyone's hot on what he's doing. We lost one of our co-hosts because of Stuttering John. The Stuttering John clout is
phenomenon.
Real.
Yeah,
it's real. Like I don't watch Stuttering John. I don't love Stuttering John. I don't hate Stuttering John. I don't really care. But I did one Stuttering John Playboy Cardi like mashup video and it got a fuckload of views on X, like 10, 20, 50,000, something like in the five figures of views. So Stuttering John moves the needle and that's why so many people cover him.
I get it, but at the end of the day, like what is your show after he dies or whatever happens after that? Like you're cooked. There's nothing because you never built that foundation where you can move on from that. Because I think they're so obsessed with him. And I hate that about it because, like, Stuttering John's a good guy. I don't know why they're obsessed over. I mean, I get it to some extent, but at the same time, dude, he's chill. He's an old man. He's just doing his thing. Relax. But at the end of the day, you're never really, truly going to, like, have your show become something after he passes or after he goes. And you're just done after that. I don't know. Like, you built your shit on that. That's it. Like, you're a loser. Sorry. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know.
You can do it now if you.
Oh yeah, because he's alive.
Well, no, I was gonna say like using chat APIs and pulling the logs of like who's chatting where and cross-referencing. You could probably distinguish and bucket out or categorize people who watch certain stuff because of their affinity to Stuttering John nature. You know, like
right
discussing Stuttering John, I'm gonna watch. If they're not, I'm not, because all these guys kind of do parts, so you can see what crosses over and who's watching what, and that's all part of the algo. Obviously, that all exists.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you go heavy into like being on one
just
thing,
that,
it's tricky. But yeah, but then again, the people who move the needle. So.
No, they do. And hey, real quick, so with I hate to do this to you, bro. I just have to ask. So, Sun Tan Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, was it Funnel Blob who introduced him to this universe, like, or was he already like here before?
No, it was that Serenity Now guy I pulled up early in the chat when he said Tan Man rules. He was the guy who told Final Boss.
Really?
He trolls Final Boss and shit. He told me too to like start covering Tan Man a month or two ago, and so then yeah, Final Boss just went and told Hormone, so it's both.
Wow. So wow, dude. Here's the funny thing. I thought this was all like natural and like what I'm saying, like they dug from it. Wow, what?
No.
I legitimately thought these guys, I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro. Like, I legitimately thought these guys found something for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did, like how we came up with life forms as, like, like we did it ourselves. I thought these people found this guy and created this an amazing moment in time where they could, develop it and like, make it make it out of something. But what you're telling me is they were put on by another dabbler and they're just trying to take the credit for it and or act like they're like, you know what I'm saying? Like they did this to create this scene. Here's the thing, you losers. You didn't. You're fucking dude, it's so crazy. These people act like there's something even when they're being like ridiculed by Tan Man, and then they want me to think that they did something after all. You didn't. I'm glad I got the facts. Chow gave me the facts, and what I learned is that you're not. You guys are still pandering losers that you are and trying to create something from nothing. You guys suck. And I'm sorry, I loved your clip, Final Blob, but it's not an original clip. The reason why I loved it is not because, homeboy Latino was shitting on it. I loved it for the fact that it was an original, different clip from the universe that we're used to. But when I come to think and learn that you actually didn't do that on your own intuition to clip that show, you just did it off of Serenity telling you to do it, tells me you're still the faggot, loser, bitch that I always thought you were. And you have nothing to give to anything. You just take and you just steal and you just create things on the own facade that you hope that somebody acknowledges that they think that was you. You suck. You suck. So, Chow, thank you for telling me these losers didn't create this out of a vacuum. It wasn't natural. They did it prompted. So thank you.
Now, to give Big Dub some more flowers on his streaming, his number one thing is like networking. You can ask Papa Kill about this shit. So he loves trying to get people on his show, which is, remember how I used to do that? Remember when we used to try to get a guest every week and we'd do a long form interview? They were great. Yeah. They're all brilliant, awesome. But it's like, you got to ask.
You got to ask crazy questions.
For every, even just to get someone on your show, you ask like 5 people, maybe like 1 or 2 says yes, or the schedule doesn't work.
It sucks.
You got to book them. So it's like, it's good at times, but it's also, it's a job.
It's a pain,
to like manage like who's showing up where. So, so Big Dub does do that. Now, granted, he doesn't really have a show. It's just kind of like midnight to 8 a.m. Just go on stream and talk. And he asks people to do that. So like if in Big Dub's perfect world, I think that's just what he would do. He would just be like a manager for like an actual guy. But yeah, I don't know. Like, all in all, I'm still way up on Big Dub. Way more than I have been in a long time.
I'm too. When I learned, like, here's the difference though. Like,
I agree with this. Win, win, win.
It is a win-win-win. I mean, the Final Blob is viewed as a more professional clipper with this clip, which is brilliant. And Big W is interacting with somebody outside of his own home or his laptop. And that's a big dub within itself. So
Big Dub for Big Dub.
Exactly, bro. So, like, when judging these two, though, Final Blob is a clipper that was prompted by another chatter to clip a show and he didn't choose that on his own. He didn't like think about it. He was told to do it and he looked at it like, oh yeah, this is gold. Yeah, bro, I got you. That tells me you are still the sad, fucked up individual that you are, and time will grow from that. And that's a very life form aspect. Then we switch over to Big W, big homo, big faggot, big loser. His wife left him. He got cooked on air by Tan Man, which is insane because he was prompted so many times to do well. And it's so funny because like Tan Man didn't want to cook him during the show, but he had to because there's nothing else to do because he wasn't giving him anything. So he had to make him look like an idiot. It's crazy because like Tan Man legitimately just wanted to like banter back and forth, have fun, and like like shit on each other a little bit, but have fun with it. But it came to a point where Big W gave nothing to the show that he had to roast him and like just fuck with him the whole show. So that's an L right there. Yeah, he was forced to mog. That's crazy. Being forced to mog on someone who's a lower life form is insane. Like, Chow, honestly, bro, did you ever think that a life form would be such a life form that they force other people to mog on them because they needed to be acknowledged that they were lower than them? Have you ever seen that before? I haven't. I don't think so.
Not exactly like that, but you see shit like that sometimes. It's like whatever. Yeah, I mean, like it's not good, but yeah,
It's
like,
pathetic.
Yeah. All right.
But-
you want me to give my vote or should we?
Yeah, give your vote. I'm going Big W. He's a faggot.
You think Big Dub is better than Final Boss right now?
As
Well, I think-
as a life form, yeah, I think Final Blob is just being led by other people to clip shit, and he's just has no, will towards anything. He's just a loser, and I'm gonna dump him.
Okay. I'm kind of on that same sentiment. I actually, like I said, I'm not lying or exaggerating. I do think Big Dub is one of the best guys to watch right now in all this shit, because I don't know, it's just like he's got something where, like, obviously we've deep dived it, but on the surface sometimes it doesn't seem like much, or it's like whatever, but the more you watch and the more you learn, and Lifeforms is a great companion show for that, it just becomes more interesting. So I truly do like watching Big Dub as a guest on shows or on
He's brilliant.
Clowntown's actually become like pretty good the last few weeks. So, and Final Boss, I got a special spot, since I built them from scratch and as a rookie and all that shit for him. But he's just, I don't think he's got much left in him.
Nah.
Buckman sucked him dry. He's trying to get back to his will. I'm not talking about sucked him like.
I know, get the gay
I'm talking
vibe,
about his
yeah.
will to.
I know.
His will for life.
He sucked his life force from him, dude.
Yeah.
That's what, like, these fucking losers think that he's gonna help promote them and like help, like, put them under his wing and like do things with them. No, he's gonna suck you dry, use your life force, your life stems, and then just leave you destitute and loose skinned bioproduct of what's left over from being a life form. That's what he does. He encircles you, he absorbs you, and then spits you out like the succubus, degenerate, loose-skinned weirdo that you are. That's what he does with all of you. He's done it before, he'll do it again. Mark my words.
So I say with that, we give the championship to Big Dub, or the consolation, and this isn't just a one-time. This is my idea for this is, and sorry, MGD, she's super pissed about any type of organization of ideas when it comes to life forms. But like I said, number one contenders, and our goal is to eventually branch out and start covering more people in more episodes rather than just make it so focused on one-on-one. Want to do maybe like a battle of the top. Like my idea, I kind of pitched this on the poker show, was like, we want to do like a face-off amongst three people, and it can be three people on the same level. So it might be like Shuli versus Carl versus
Chad.
Brennan.
Who knows?
Or like Brennan versus Levy versus Chad one episode. But then we also want to do lower level. So like Chatters, like
Ashley versus Mommy versus who knows, dude? Like you said, who knows?
All different combinations, and eventually we want to dive more into IQ analysis, of course, because
there's a lot to
we're
touch
both
on.
Specialists in that, and we're also going to just bring you more on how all this shit works, because we've got the answers and you guys have the questions when it comes to that shit.
Yeah.
And with that, should we touch on some of these super chats?
Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's just end
Hey,
it with the
babe.
super chats and let's get out of here.
All right, so I'll pull them up.
All right.
Shane, 1980. You cool guys should do an event just for cool people. Cool the people.
If you're invited, then you'll know.
Yeah. Well, he's old, 1980. That's
So,
not good.
no, it's not. You're cooked. You're
Not good.
life maxed.
Do you really think Shuli cares about? Oh yeah, I
we
mean,
touched on this
whatever.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we
the
touched on
concept
that.
of in what capacity, but no.
Yeah.
All cosplay. I can explain more, but in person.
Who? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, if you think you're better, then I mean, not think you're better, but like if you feel the need to, and you feel, some type of like justification from it, then yeah, man, express yourself any way you want. But I'm not condoning how you do it. I'm just condoning that you do express yourself.
yeah. Shane says, why does the Mega G, a super rich guy, never donate to any of the shows? He seems very interested in all of them.
Oh, that's a good take. All right, you want to explain yourself?
Why don't I can't really explain why I don't do something. It's not a philosophy. Actually, I used to super chat all the time, and then I can name the exact episode where it stopped. But I did a super chat to Win by 2, like, God, maybe like a year or two ago now. And my whole phone, like the whole app locked up, and like my YouTube thing, it froze on the super chat, right?
Yeah.
And ever since, every single time to this day, when I go on YouTube on my phone to try to do a super chat, the same thing happens. I can update the app, I can reinstall it. So I'm banned from super chatting or something's fucked with my shit. So, and then I stopped doing it for a while, and I realized, oh shit, super chatting is just that we talked about in the super chat
for retards
addiction matrix.
Yeah, we'll put up your comment if you don't super chat. We don't care. Like as long as you say something good, we'll put it up. If you're a retard, sorry, we're not gonna put your shit up. But if you super chat, sure, we'll put it up. But you'll probably be acknowledged and dismissed as a retard. So it is what it is.
And actually, to be fair, I do donate quite a bit to a lot of shows. I just do it privately, and sometimes I'll send like equipment to people, like old mics or
Neal
or something. Yeah, Neal. I mean, I got a few extra laptops, but I just do shit like that, like privately, because people get weird when they see money publicly, and I see these like certain high roller pay pig people, and how certain streamers act towards or around them and dictate their behavior or their show towards them. And it's like, I get it, like if someone's throwing you bread, and if I was throwing a lot of bread for someone to do something how I wanted to dictate my will, I'd expect them to do it too. So I get it, but I'm not in it for like this money and like keeping track of who's making what, or I don't give a fuck if like any of these guys make a lot or don't make a lot or anything. It's just for entertainment and ultimately glory. That's why we do Life Forms, is to educate, to entertain, and then the legacy that we're building here. So
damn straight. We got
not money.
Rev of the Future, see Shuli and Rob fall less than that. Calling it less than that. 100 days. Yeah, Shuli Rob Fallout. I'm saying less than that. Come on.
I mean, I think some of this shit's so surface level between that anyway, but yeah. I know, like, here's the thing. A lot of people really don't like Shuli, but
yeah,
on the same vein of like the Stuttering John, and also my same attitude towards Kumia, since I didn't watch Opie and Anthony. I know all this stuff about Kumia from just being a Red Bar fan for a long time, and
him like fucking him, and when he joined, yeah.
So all that shit. So like that, like Kumia's always kind of been like, a lol cow, in my opinion, but I get that can be funny. I just don't have that same reverence.
No, I watch that shit. He is funny, but like I watching him fall down like the rabbit hole, bro. He's cooked. He's done. He's old. He's a pedophile. It's okay. But hang on, we got one more. We got Dan. Where's my venti white chocolate mocha? I don't get that reference. I don't know if you do, Chow, but it is what it is.
It's Starbucks, I think, is
Starbucks. Oh, for faggots, yeah.
Yeah.
So Starbucks for women fags. Go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, quit drinking Starbucks if you can. I used to drink that shit all the time.
It's horrible for you, dude. It's expensive.
Yeah, it's real expensive too. It adds up real fast. So.
And you gotta tip the fucking horse. Yeah, you gotta tip the horse when you pull up to the dude. I've never had someone like press me about tipping somebody when I pull up to a fucking drive-through fucking window. I'm like, what? Tip?
And we know the big thing now is to honor the free chat. So if you got any free chats,
Here,
put them in there now. We'll address you guys.
Chow, can you run the show for like not 5 minutes, like 1 minute? I'm gonna take a piss and let's look at the free chat, and then we'll just end the show, all right?
Yeah.
If you want to banter for like 1 minute.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at Sam Bibley here because he's always got good takes when it comes to this shit. I'm opposed to giving money to these shows on the grounds that I subscribe to the ethos of Randian objectivism, and I suggest, yeah, I tend to too. I guess I should have finished reading it, but that philosophy of that type of shit, like when someone is coming with a mindset of like that low IQ Shane guy, like, oh, like, you don't need to get into like that type of stuff. I'd rather just kind of explain it out, like, because it's when you think about like the obligation of giving, it kind of like fucks it up in some ways. And that's kind of my point. Like, people are starting to get all worked up about this granny thing and the dude giving them all that cash to do it. I think it's disgusting what happened, but also I think it's perfectly all right. And it seems like the dude who did it, Granny, is like super cool with it. It worked out in his favor for, he's in a down and out position in life where getting a bunch of cash for like 10 to 15 seconds of whatever, I guess this is just based on what I'm gathering from it. Whatever he did was beneficial to him in some way. So, and the reaction, his post reaction to it seems fine, but he seems to have issues, and him getting the dough to me is like whatever. But yeah, there's a lot of philosophical reasons and fiscal reasons, and I don't know, there's a whole bunch of things that go into it. So Dan is killing it, boys. Should we watch Stuttering John for a bit?
Yeah, pull it up. Let's watch it. You know what? Fuck it, dude. Let's just fucking hang out. I'm down to hang out with you. Come on. Look at Ava. Fuck.
I'm putting it up.
Yeah, I got
Like that. You have to understand. This is like, this guy is on kiwi farms. This is like there's like thousands of people that know about this guy. So like, I can't be held responsible for what some fucking anonymous person does.
This is like when shitware's like, I didn't do this thing to him, but then he creates an environment where there's a bunch of trolls that are doing
Dan created this environment.
No, he's not the shitware in this.
You're giving me a lot of credit, Ava.
He's not
Did Dan create this subreddit environment?
But then Shuli could make that same
I
argument.
am asking you
Okay.
a question. Did Dan create this subreddit environment?
No, but I do feel like when
hold on.
Huh.
Mir, do you know about this Patrick Tomlinson stuff?
Yeah, I know all about it.
Okay. Yeah.
This environment.
These dabbler boomer people are like so out of it. They have no clue about it, and they're like trying to like learn about it now.
Now there is very big
this is
difference.
perfect. Hang on, we all
Now let me ask you
TV
this.
right here.
So you were just one of 60 that were involved in trashing this guy because he didn't think Norm Macdonald was funny. Were all you guys talking to each other, or you were all just trashing him anonymously?
It's just anonymous people on the internet. I don't know who any of these people are.
All right, so you're all just trashing people.
Yeah, we're just like, you're just making
Everybody's
comments on
trashing
message
this
boards.
guy.
with that logic, you absolved the
Look, Ava
Frog.
worked so hard. I love it.
Because Frog didn't create this environment, Shuli did.
Watch
So now
Dan
Frog
cook
is
this.
innocent.
Good.
No, he's not, because he produces and gets paid by the shitware.
Starring
He's an
Johnson,
employee of the shitware. That's
Ava, you're an idiot.
That's a
Look at-
horrible
look on the
argument.
side.
He's employed by the shitware. Dan is not employed by the other 59 people that are doing this.
Okay, so if you're not getting paid,
John
then it's
protects
okay.
Dan.
So in other words,
yeah, Dan's a
We're
real
created a whole
yourself,
fucking
dick.
show that
Dan,
every
you're one, you
day
fucking whore.
they trash me.
Look at
Dan
that,
is
dude.
on a
Let's go,
subreddit
Let's
with
go,
59
Joe.
people.
Come on,
He
Joe,
doesn't
Joe,
know,
cook,
and they're all
cook.
beating up on a guy.
And there's really 10 times that. There's like 600. There's hundreds of
let's
people.
go.
John,
Like, I just got picked out of a crowd.
John, me and you,
Okay,
like
John,
some of the people that have like called and threatened. I don't know how much people call you, but the people that have called and threatened me and fucked
A
with me,
billion.
Oh yeah, there we go.
but they're not getting paid by the shitware, but the shitware kind of directs them. That's the argument.
I don't give a frog's fat ass. I'm
Okay.
only concerned with the fucking guy that is
Dan,
using
cook,
my
Dan.
voice and likeness
Come on,
without
Joe.
my fucking written consent.
Ava's on the
And
ropes.
this
She's on the
shit
ropes. She's on
is
the ropes.
minutia.
She's like, what do I do now?
If
How
it's
do I get back
minutia
in
to you,
the
that's
street
fine.
race?
I'm arguing for a society where people don't fucking start doxing people and ruining their lives and
I didn't
all that
dox anybody.
because they
He
posted
hasn't doxed
because
him.
oh he did, he's lying because they posted
All right. Okay.
because they post. I
Somebody get a
think
beer.
if someone wants to post it, they don't think Norm Macdonald's funny, that we shouldn't share their addresses and end up in a lawsuit with 60 John Does
What?
over it.
Dude,
That's
trannies
all
are
I'm
so
saying.
crazy. It's nuts.
Stay out of people's fucking personal lives.
So she's going Buckman on it with the we should do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
We should do
We,
that.
How about that,
we,
Dan?
we.
Motherfucker.
So what exactly am I
Hang
being
on.
accused
I'm gonna
of?
comment
Again?
something.
Tell me what I need to defend myself from.
Oh,
I'm a
come
piece
on,
of
bro.
shit?
I think that there's a gross troll
Hang on,
culture that
watch
fuck with
this.
people's lives that's outside the context
Watch
of
this,
like,
everybody.
our shows.
I'm
And
about
it's
to
not
say
even
something.
about comedy, or it's not even about just the community where you're just like fucking with people's lives. And I'm arguing that you are a direct product of that, and you're one of the people that do that. And I just want to draw a line between me and you on it. I think it's so gross that you did that.
These people are like walking in this like such a trap, like trying to white knight for this Patrick Tomlinson dude.
Hang on. With Ava, I'm gonna just say White Knight Ava.
Well, here's the thing. There's documentaries like Porcelain on Patrick Tomlinson. And this dude is a comedian, stand-up comedian. Patrick Tomlinson, look him up. And there's all this crazy shit about this guy. Like legit. With like his sci-fi book club and all this wild shit. So before everyone wants to go and run and be like, this guy's dope and Dan was bothering him and all this shit. I don't know Dan's involvement necessarily, but I know this guy. I knew who this guy was long before I knew who Dan was. And it's like, it's wild shit. So let's keep listening.
If that's where you're at, that's fine. I don't stand by that. I look at Patrick Tomlinson as a person that tweeted that Norm Macdonald wasn't funny and didn't think that he would end up having.
All right, so then Dan said he was funny. Dan says he didn't dox him. The guy sued Dan. Now where we at?
Why did he sue Dan?
Dan?
Because he wanted to. Because I was anonymous. He wanted to get my identity. And now,
John, doesn't that sound like what people say about you? Do you not get the analogy here, John?
I don't get your agenda. No, I don't.
I don't have an agenda. I'm being consistent.
Okay, what's your consistency?
You responded to people fucking.
I sued two people who I know their identity.
I'm not talking about your lawsuit. I'm just talking about your existence in the Dabbleverse and the way people fuck with.
I don't give a fuck who all these fucking anonymous assholes are.
Okay.
Rookie move.
I don't really give a shit.
All right.
Ava, why are you trying to drive a wedge between us? Like I don't understand. Like what are you trying to prove here?
I'm not trying to drive a wedge.
Like I need to exit because of some ethical.
I don't want you to exit.
standard?
I
love
have
it.
more
Dan's
carte blanche to be on the show than I do. I'm being morally
Talking
consistent.
what kind of statement is that?
I'm just saying I'll leave. I'm not trying to drive a wedge. So
Bye, fag.
Well, nobody's asking you to leave.
Why does Dan have more carte blanche than you?
Because I don't feel like because people accuse me of wanting to have control of your show. I'm just saying I
never said that, did I?
Never. You never said that.
Then why do you care? Then why do you care?
About it. I just find that behavior to be abhorrent. And
all right.
Okay.
People think
okay. No,
something.
wait, Ava, I really want to drive this home for a second. And I know I'll never, because nobody ever is going to be convinced
of anything else that they think, and I know that, and that because then you're beating a dead horse. But I will tell you that you asked Dan, did he dox him? Dan said no. We don't have any proof to prove that he did. Then what happened is Dan trashed this guy, correct? Now, I've trashed people. We all trash people. Trashing people is one thing. Now, what else did Dan do, in your opinion, Ava, that was so bad that makes him the equivalent of the shitware?
If I ask Chris Tomlinson, is that his name? Patrick. If I asked Patrick Tomlinson why he sued you, what would his answer be?
So this is a question for me, why he sued me?
No, what would he say if I asked him why?
Because he thought I was well, if he was taking truth serum, he would say
not if truth serum. Just what would he say?
He wanted to get revenge on people that made fun of him online because he is a thin-skinned person, just like a lot of the people in the Dabbleverse. Thin-skinned, didn't like that people were making fun of him online, and wanted to get their identities and ruin their lives.
So, John, I just asked Dan what he would say if I asked him that question. Dan stated that he would make the claim that
Ava's
he's a
evil,
thin-skinned
bro. Look at this
individual
shit.
that wants
She
to get
hates
revenge on
Dan. She hates that Dan
Do you
is
believe
Stud
that?
Joe's lieutenant.
I wasn't there, Alva.
You see Patrick say, "Hey, I'm a thin-skinned guy. I just wanted to fuck with Dan."
Well, okay, but I don't know that he'd say he's thin-skinned, but he's thin-skinned, hence why he's saying that. I don't know why you're playing the psychological. I don't know what
the only thing I don't understand, Alva, which I think is kind of odd, maybe for me, because I get trashed nonstop way before this Dabbleverse, even on the Stern Show by fan mail, anonymous people. And I've never, ever, nor has Howard, and there were tons. I had a whole box of hate
Dan's a king.
fan mail that I had to sift through in the beginning.
How did that feel for you?
Mirror.
And I will tell you, there are tons of anonymous people.
Good.
All right, check this out. Yeah. This is the dude. And even Porcelain made a teaser for him. He's working on a long series about this guy. This is him that they're talking about.
Let me pull it up.
Full-time job. Author, Dreamweaver.
Oh my
visionary,
God, this is the person?
Visionary, plus lolcat. This is the story of yet another of the internet's many revolved chunks of bloated irrelevance to have foolishly took up arms against the massive spectrum-dwelling trolls online. Throughout this brief tale contains many lessons to those unfamiliar with the seedy underbelly of online terror cells, such as hordes of poorly penned Douglas Adams imitators, at this time unsubstantial little life on the internet.
This is a Porcelain's version. There's a whole bunch of documentaries.
Patrick Tomlinson. So this is the guy.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Ava.
So there's a whole saga. It's crazy with it going back.
Okay.
And I wasn't like following it when it was happening, but yeah, I've seen it since because
now it's become prominent with this shit. It's crazy.
No, it popped. I saw a doc or two a couple years ago about it, and I was like, whoa, but yeah. So all these people are trying to buy into it now, and Dan's involvement with it, which I don't even know how involved, but I know Dan has met the guy in court, and he had that other lady who was suing him for something, but
yeah.
But he was just mad that you guys were trashing him.
Correct. Exactly.
Here, skip forward. Skip forward. Just as this whole
is like a public figure.
All right.
He's a minuscule author. Don't play.
I love Ava so.
But how am I responsible for that? I didn't do it. Like I had nothing to do with it.
You asked about the furniture.
Duke's man.
Dan, did you do the furniture?
No, I had nothing to do with it.
He says he didn't.
All right.
But you don't want to believe him anyway. So it doesn't matter what he's
for the
going to
Chicago
say.
Fire or the 9/11. What else do you want to blame me for?
9/11.
You're just going to discredit him anyway, right?
Let's move on.
Look at that.
Because you're not going to believe anything he says. I mean, I don't. It's so bizarre.
Did people in police get sent to his house?
Yeah, exactly. That's that.
John, that's what I'm trying. John, that's what I'm trying.
But once again, I had nothing to do with that.
Do you
So,
see how?
like, I don't
Do you
know-
see how it's
So
John? do you see
Dan's
how-
to blame
No,
for
Ava.
whatever happened.
Wow.
Okay, so whenever Shitwire denies that he was
Is
involved,
Dan only? Is he giving these other 59 guys
Look,
a
Ava,
fucking
like, bow down to
platform
him.
and giving
Yeah,
them
bitch,
their
shut up.
fucking
I
and
love the
giving them
dynamics.
a
It's so
microphone
crazy. These
on
fools.
a fucking show to
Ava's
trash
like, look at her
him
take it.
every fucking day
Take
on fucking the internet on
Crazy.
a fucking show, Ava?
it. Yo, I
having a
love it.
grievance
I
contest
love
with
it.
Patrick Tomlinson right now, John.
No, because your fucking analogy to Dan and Shitway is fucking ridiculous.
The analogy wasn't to
Boom.
Dan and Shitware. It was to the idea that Shitware can just say, "I didn't talk to Dan or I didn't talk to Frog
No.
and ask
That's
him
not
to."
the point. Dan was on a fucking message board with,
Yeah.
with 59 and a lot more, as according to Dan, a lot more other people, but you are deciding to say Dan is guilty of everything they did.
What do we do here on this show all the time about everyone else?
Oh, blame,
Okay.
blame.
Oh my God, Abba.
Yeah, I know.
Shitway
It's
does a
crazy.
show every fucking night.
It's
Well,
crazy.
This Patrick Tomlinson stuff, like I'm shocked that all these people are jumping out to be like white knighting this guy because like I guess it's like this is the problem with groupthink and side think, like of like I'm on this side against that side, because people are jumping pro Tomlinson or because of anti Dan, because of anti and WATP did that thing where that chick was playing his shit, remember? Like
Yeah.
or she was talking about all of the shit, but she didn't know what she was talking about. And this is gonna bite these guys, like trying to do it this way, I think, at least. That's why you need to be more objective, more centered, more well-rounded in your assessments, rather than just thinking red, blue, good, bad on everyone.
Like a retard. Like, come
But-
on, man. Like the nuance. There's so many nuances to things in life. Like, come on.
Yeah, and like he's talking about all these. Yeah, it's this. If you want to get into the Patrick Tomlinson stuff sometime, maybe we should just do an episode on him, because there's a whole lot of shit going back, and I'm no expert.
I'm
but
down.
It's like remember how Mersh had all those like 6-hour documentaries? There's one of those
Yeah.
on this guy. And it's crazy shit, like the people he's connected to.
I say we end the show for tonight and we move on forward after this. Like, I'm done. All right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and with that, I do you want to watch any more of this shit, or should we just close this out too?
Let's just close it out, bro. I'm done. Yeah,
All right.
I'm done.
All right, so that's the consolation. We'll give the prize to Big Dub. I
Yep.
truly do like what Big Dub's doing. I do. I like a lot where he's going with shit. I like Pova. I like what he's built over at Clowntown. So keep going, Final Boss. This is a wake up call. Pick up the pieces and try again next time. But yeah, check us out. Stay tuned for the next Life Forms. I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, maybe we talk Buckman Ashley. Maybe we just say fuck it and we move on a whole new direction. Maybe you don't see us for a couple months. I really don't know, but
Who knows? Who knows?
at this point, oh shit, Dan's back now. So, right as we're
Let's
signing
not
off.
close it out yet. Give me one
Okay.
second, okay?
Yeah, we can get him in. What's up, bro?
Are we doing fellas?
We were watching some of you, and we were just about to sign off. But now that you're back, we can talk about that. But yeah, Ava's trying to press.
I
you
gotta
on-
say to you, Dan, real quick.
Yeah. I don't
What
know.
was that?
I don't know. He said something, but yeah, we were watching a little bit, and Ava was trying to press you on the Tomlinson.
Yeah, she's
stuff.
she's trying to, I don't know, trying to put me in a bad spot, I guess, with John. What you know, I'm willing to defend myself. You know, I'm not an angel. I've never said I'm an angel. I've got you know, I've done stuff in my past, but I don't break laws, and I haven't done anything illegal. And you know, maybe I'm a piece of shit. If being a piece of shit makes me guilty, okay, guilty is charged. You know, I never said I wasn't. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It is what it is.
I was telling these guys a little bit, like, because I've seen some of the Patrick Tomlinson documentaries, and it's a crazy saga. Like, all the shit with the book clubs. You know, he's a stand-up comedian like Zumak, like Brennan, like Ray, like all these Stuttering John. So it's crazy, the parallels. Porcelain, we pulled up the Porcelain 20-minute doc that he did on him. So we were just referencing that. And I see all these people, I don't know, I guess learning about him through that Lucy Typebox chick, or like these people are trying to explain things that they have no clue about. And that's a big problem because it makes you look real dumb. And that chick, I mean, like those Carl and the guys, whoever was on stage with him when that chick was saying that stuff, they just don't have the authority or respect, or they don't have the authority to like question what she's saying. But
my biggest problem is she was accusing me of actually like felonious activity, which you can be wrong and not have any clue. And because these people, Lucy Tightbox, Carl, they talk with like this superiority, like they know everything and that they're infallible and they're right about everything and they've got it all figured out. I watched that. They got about 10% of everything correct. And they threw a lot back on me. I had to laugh. It's almost so laughable. Like even there was one part, which was funny, where they said that I was typing to Stuttering John because I was mad about Stuttering John. I was typing to Ashley because Ashley kept fucking saying crazy shit to me. It had nothing to do with Stuttering John. They think they know everything about everything and they try to create a narrative. Just don't accuse me of felonies or things that I've done illegal. And the other thing, they don't even ask me, like, hey, Lucy, maybe before you accuse me of something, why don't you reach out to me and get my side of the story? That's what a journalist does. So they're like fake journalists. It's fucking muckraking. It's yellow journalism. But at the end of the day, it's funny. They make me sound like I'm a fucking Bond villain or something. Like I
know
came up with this like I'm the most evil man in the world, and I control the internet, and I can dox people and SWAT people, and I'm the ringleader.
You're chill. Like you're a chill guy, man.
I got a question. If Carl was this big O&A guy and like Anthony Cumia is his hero, like how does he not know about the Patrick Tomlinson stuff?
Well, that's the other thing too, is I think he does know and he's playing dumb.
Okay.
Because he wants to make me look bad. So because Carl, dude,
how can you not know about it?
Carl used to go on that same subreddit before Carl got famous, and somebody actually sent me a message the other day, which I might fucking do on my show. He's like, you gotta go over all this stuff. Carl used to go on that subreddit and promote his fucking dumb show before anyone knew about who are these podcasts, and people would make fun of the theme song and all this stuff. So he started out like on that subreddit trying to promote himself, like he was self-promoting. It took off during COVID, and kudos to him, he made something out of it. But for him to play dumb about Cumia or any of that subreddit stuff, he was there. He knows all of this stuff, and he's playing dumb. So that's why it makes me laugh. And then he puts his stooge fucking Lucy tight tits there to go out and just talk shit. And she doesn't, bless her heart, she has no idea what the fuck she's talking about. She has no clue whatsoever. She's just throwing spaghetti at the wall, just trying to make it look silly. So whatever. I think it's funny. I mean, it amuses me. I'm not like mad about it. Like, okay, you guys have no idea what you're talking about. And it just makes people go in the chats and they say, Dan, you did this, Dan, you did that. I'm like, yeah, if I did all that, then I must be the most successful fucking cyber criminal that ever lived, because how the hell did I not get arrested for stealing furniture or swatting someone? Like, I obviously don't do that. I have a job. I can't be out fucking breaking laws. Like, that's not how the world works.
Yeah, and I didn't know you when I first saw this stuff, and I saw the documentaries. Like, I think right when you started streaming, wasn't there some news popping off with him a little bit?
Yeah, there was. Like, there's and there still is a lawsuit that he sued the city of Milwaukee, and it's still an ongoing lawsuit for these people, these cops showing up at his house. So he's trying to get money. Like, he's had all these lawsuits. He tried to get a restraining order against people, including myself. He tried to sue people for defamation. he's a lolcow. Like when we talk about lolcows, this guy is like one of the biggest internet lolcows
Like
of all time.
150,000 followers, right? Big numbers on X, that type of guy.
Yeah,
Real,
and he's
like,
on Blue
deal.
Sky and Twitter, and he's just an author. But he's
Like
one of these
tweets a day.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's over 1,000 tweets a day. Like he's 200,000 tweets of all time. He got really big on Blue Sky. He's a shit lib, so he's got like there's some famous people that would follow him. He's actually, believe it or not, he went on Blue Sky. He's now the most blocked person on Blue Sky, if you can believe that. Even the shit libs are sick of this guy.
Online, he always writes all that. Like, what are some of his famous replies?
The Norm Macdonald tweet is the original, the most famous one. He has one about the Hunger Games that was like this really like corny, like you know, get them children, leave no one, you know, standing. He's got all these just like weird, he's very theater kiddie with his stuff.
And that was the thing. Like he was a stand-up comedian, open mic. He's like a DeVito type guy, right?
Yes. Yeah. Very much like a DeVito.
So he's a DeVito, and then he got into.
In fact, people think that he might have a TBI, like a traumatic brain injury, because he's had a motorcycle that he's gotten in accidents over, and he like busted up his helmet and stuff. He has very DeVito-like qualities where you're like, I think this he's smart enough to function, but there's something off with this guy that I can't really put my finger on. And some people think that it might be a traumatic brain injury or something like that.
Right. So, but like the thing that blew my mind, I don't even want to get too much into it, but then there's that like sci-fi book society shit and that whole rabbit hole that you can go down. So it is like a whole saga.
He has friends that are sexual predator that are on the sexual offender list.
Bunch of crazy shit that like these with this guy, but yeah, he's big time as far as like people know who he is and talk about him, but no one remember, the dabbler verse is a bubble. Like, if it doesn't happen, if Shuli or the puppet or I don't know who else are the main guys, Brennan, I guess, if they don't say it, people don't know about it. So that's why it's such like a little closed garden of like shit that's going on. And when something like crosses over like this, and you see people try to speak on it who have no clue what they're talking about, you're kind of like, oh shit, like, yeah, like. This
was another famous phrase of Patrick.
I'm a victim to that, honestly. Like I'm just like, well, half the time it's crazy. Like, cause I don't like watch this shit all the time. So just seeing this stuff, I'm like, dude, one of
these days, we'll do like a quick little Tomlinson episode, and I'll tell you like the whole story about this guy because it's fucking fast. The guy's fascinating. He's complete just lunatic of a man, and he's very litigious, and he's a crazy person. But a lot of this stuff that they're saying is like, I mean, come on. If half the stuff that they said was true, I'd be probably in jail right now.
I gotta go, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know we're fading.
And Dan,
peace out,
you can
brother.
bounce me. I'm just gonna tell this to Dan before he bounces. But we gave the consolation prize to Big Dub. He's better. He's more captivating on stream, and I think he's got a little better trajectory right now. Of course, Final Boss has more upside or potential, but I don't know. Like I really do like watching Big Dub now. So you think you cool with us?
I think that's great. And that Tan Man thing, you saw me cracking up before I left. I mean, that was fucking hilarious. So for the pure entertainment of it all, and you know what? I don't even dislike Big Dub, to be honest. Like, he's not a bad dude. He's just it's funny to poke fun at his proclivities and his just tired verse aspects. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think Final Boss is a clown, but I think the Big Dub deserves it.
And I agree, Big Dub. I know Mir says a lot of like inflammatory shit. I actually do think Big Dub probably is a good guy, and I do think he is. He does get in his emotions sometimes. So that's why I did come up with the big hormone thing, and I explained the origin of that. But no, I do think he's a good guy. I think he's good for building a show. I do think his show he built out, Clowntown's been pretty good the last few weeks or last month or two. You know, they got a good rotation. They're covering good shit, but so congratulations, and I say with that, we call it a night, Dan.
Sounds good.
All right, till next time, guys. I'll end it here, and we'll see you.